All right, what is up, everybody? I am Jesse Goku, also known as King Mexico. What is going on? To our guest, you can unmute your mic.
Perfect. There we go.
Okay, so what is up, everybody? I am Jesse Goku, and I am also known as King Mexico. And welcome once again to another Geeks 5 Ever podcast. Today is Thursday, June 25th. June 25th. Yes, I am back with dates, even though I put the date in the title of the podcast. Today we have a very special cosplay guest, Sole Cos, right? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Sole Cos?
Yes. Exactly.
Soul.
Perfect.
Soul
I
Cos.
wanted to do a different name, but like the spelling was taken by everything, so I just figured.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hard to come up with anything. It's you're very lucky if you can come up with a name like a gamer tag or a PlayStation tag or whatever, and you don't have to put numbers next to it.
Yeah. Got the inspiration from everybody else that put like a little dot in their name. I'm like, okay, there we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to everybody in advance, and I'll do the apology again because our live pod and then they pick up once people realize we're online. Um, so it did storm this morning, really bad in Houston. Like we are in Houston, Texas, and then there's like a really bad storm. It's raining all week. So if at any point, like Daniel Lynn also said the same thing. If my power keeps going out. So if I leave, that is why. If the podcast comes off, it's because we're having power issues or internet issues because of the weather here in Texas. Texas sucks when it comes to weather. Yes, Mr. Jace over there looking all blank, wondering when I'm going to give him permission to start drinking during the podcast. We can't hear you, buddy. You're probably still on mute. No. We can't hear anything at all. Them We're having technical difficulty, folks.
His mic is over 9,000.
Yes. Wait, say something? I think I heard. Nope. Same shit. Anyways, while he gets that figured out. So, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Oh, man. So, tell us about yourself. I saw that you did that one alien. I saw your video where you were the alien girl from My Hero Academia. You were like walking
Yes.
through like what I saw as a desert.
Yes. Okay, that was when I was doing a photo shoot. It was my first photo shoot with her. So I had a little ways to drive. So I had to like get in the car and drive to the location dressed like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I even had to like stop at a gas station and get out like that. So I just took like a short little video just to showcase the craziness of walking around like that in public. So I just took a little video of me like walking up to the location and then just yeah, I added a couple photos afterwards.
Oh man.
So
We have some
so
comments
much
already
fun.
saying that I lost my internet service due to the storm. Justin saying I hope it doesn't crash. Thanks. People are already complaining. No, but like tell us about like what's the name of the girl from My Hero?
That is Mina Ashido.
Mina.
Mina Ashido.
I'm so bad with
Otherwise known as
names.
Pinky.
Like
It's okay, I am too.
my favorite female character in the show, I keep calling her Horchata. Horchata is a Mexican drink.
I know. We thinking Ochako?
Yes. I keep calling her Horchata though for some reason.
That should be her hero name then.
Yes, Horchata. Love
Horchata.
Horchata. No, but tell us, like, how long have you been cosplaying?
That, so technically, I've been cosplaying since around 2013. That's when I started like really playing around with makeup. I went to the Phoenix Fusion as Pocahontas one year,
Mm-hmm.
and my first like official cosplay was Tony Stark. which was a lot of fun, but it was never like documented. I was never on like the internet because it was 2013. I never thought of something like that, like posting it everywhere, like, doing the makeup and like doing anything social media wise. So like only recently did I start like putting my stuff everywhere and like start actually pushing out on the social media. Pretty much. So I've been doing this for like a really long time.
Hey, Jace, why don't you try leaving the call and then joining back? That might fix it. Yeah. Okay. So, well, because I've been cosplaying since 2007, there's like a ton of pictures of me. Like my first cosplay was the first Naruto, not Shippuden.
Really?
Yes,
That's
because
actually crazy.
Shippuden was still new at the time. I think they were only like 30 episodes in.
Wow.
So I remember like, oh, we have a guest.
I wonder who it is.
Oh wait, I think he's. Yeah, let me go ahead and ring him up. I gotta add my friend. I think he called me from our messenger. There he goes. Hello.
Hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. There he
I
is.
was messing with microphone stuff earlier today.
Okay, so what it is, let me share with you. So whenever you plug in a webcam that has a built-in microphone, it can mess with the settings.
Yeah.
So you have to
Okay.
change the settings again, and then you have to restart the program again.
Yeah.
Technical
I'll figure it out.
difficulties.
I'll figure it out
It's
eventually.
tech stuff, man. It's tech stuff. I got you.
That's not what I'm good with. I was listening though.
What were you listening? What did you hear?
Like you guys were talking.
No, I was talking about my first cosplay. Like my very first cosplay was Naruto, and I'm also eating watermelon. So excuse me.
I remember you did that weird. It was a crossover of Sora and Naruto
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago, and you actually went on stage.
So yeah,
Way
we did a skit to where like Naruto and Sora performed the fusion dance, and like I was the
Oh.
character that was a combination of the two, and it was such a cringy skit. It was such a cringy storyline. It's like the stuff of fan fictions, but in person. It was great though. I love
Ooh.
that cosplay.
Well, that's perfectly fine. It sounds fun, honestly.
What's up, Chris Redfield? Oh, good. Black Sonic's here. No, okay, so you've been cosplaying since 2013, you said?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Pretty
only
much,
7
like, yeah,
years, though.
2013.
Like, what got
Hey,
you into
listen.
what got you into cosplay? That's less than 10 years. You're not like a newbie, but you're not like a veteran just yet.
Well, I was always really, really good with makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really good. Like, so I just started messing around with it. Like, I really just wanted to see where I could take it. And that was, like, where it led. Like, I didn't really start doing it until I moved to Arizona. So, like, once I moved, one Halloween, I just, like, decided to go ham on it. And, like, dressed up as Tony Stark.
Nice.
And, like, did the beard and did all of it. And, like, that's when I was like, you know what? I really like doing this. And then another year, I, like, did all kinds of, like, tiger face paint, basically. And it went, like, really, really well. So I was like, hey, I kind of have a knack for this. And then the next year, I, like, did leopard face paint. And I'm like, damn, I really have a knack for this. And then I gave it up for a little bit. And then, yet again, on Halloween always, like, brings this stuff out on me completely. So, again, on Halloween, I'm sitting there, and I wanted to, like, I had actually just gotten into Naruto. So I wanted to, like, play Sasuke, because I had finished all 720, like, the entire thing. And I had started on
Jeez.
Boruto. Yeah, like, I think I finished that in a good, like, month and a half. I just went hard. Like, sleepless nights went
Oh my
hard
god,
on it.
you watched all that filler.
I watched all of it. All the filler. The acorn, everything.
Oh,
Every last
no,
thing
because
I
the first Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden, but just Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
It has 80 episodes of filler in a row.
I watched every last episode
Oh
of filler
no!
on Naruto. Like
People
I
give
watched
Dragon Ball
every.
crap for filler. Naruto has
I
80.
I learned my lesson. I
You gotta
learned my
see
lesson like
Robot
in Link
Naruto.
Shippuden. Oh no, we don't speak of this. That's just something we don't speak. That's a
Inuyasha
sin
has
against
like
that show.
Inuyasha has like 100 episodes of filler.
You know that because like there was honestly, in my opinion, a point where like growing up, like anime wasn't anime for me growing up. It was like just cartoons that would come on at late at night or when I woke up, and I just like sit there and watch it. So like Inuyasha, Dragon Ball, like I remember that as like my childhood, honestly. Like I watched cartoons normally, but I would just like watch that all the way through. Avatar, like it would come on at like Nickelodeon, and they just do like an entire binge like night of it, and I loved it. Like that's what that stuff was to me like growing up. So it was just like natural to watch that. And then later on, like after I gave anime up for a minute, my friend like kicked me back into it, and I'm like, damn, I forgot what this was
Wait,
like.
why did you give up anime?
I just like got into high school and stopped watching TV pretty much altogether. Like unless it was like Supernatural, I was so like just into school and everything that I just didn't really watch
Did you
TV.
graduate high school already? Please tell me you graduated high school.
Yes, I am
Okay.
22.
Okay.
I am good to go. I am 22.
Because this is an adult podcast. I don't want to start having kids on.
With
No,
real
I'm
adults, with
22.
adult
I
language.
drink. I do not smoke. Trust me, I'm an adult. I got this. 22. I turned 22 on the 12th in Pride Month. Here we go.
I like how you said that so proud. I drink.
Because I don't
sign
like
of the
alcohol, so it
adultness.
was like such an achievement. It was like achievement unlocked. You drank something.
You don't like alcohol?
Congratulations.
Well,
No.
not alcohol. Not
do
all
not.
alcohol tastes good. No, don't let people fool you thinking like, oh yeah, alcohol's the best. No, there's a lot of
I've had-
alcoholic beverages that taste like crap.
It's just
I've had,
poison.
they gave me an AMF. It was like, I went to the bar and I sat down and I looked at them because like I have a very sweet taste. That's why I hate alcohol, because like I have a taste for like very sweet things. So I sat down and I'm just like relaxing, and I'm like, I looked at her, I was like, do you have anything sweet? Like I don't drink because of like nothing tastes good. And she's like, okay. And she just sets this glass down in front of me and she's like, this is an AMF. I'm like, okay. So I drank it and I'm like, all right, not so bad. And then my buddy came and joined me, and like she gave me something else. He told her, it's like, oh, she turned 22, like give her something special. She likes something sweet. She looks at me and she's like, I'm gonna make you a cocktail, sweetie. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking like she's talking about a cocktail. Nah, she's talking about she's gonna throw a bunch of shit in a glass and hand it to me. And that's what she did. She sets this thing in front of me, and it kind of looks like coffee, and it's got like whipped cream on the top, but it's a glass. And I'm like, okay, like fine. I drank it, and like I'm sitting on the chair comfortably, and like I'm like all over the place on the chair, but I'm like, you know what, this is okay. I get off the chair and nothing was okay anymore. Like the world was not, like everything, I could not like walk in a straight line. It was just bad. And like later on when I talked to a normal bartender, I was like, yeah, I had no idea what any of that was. She's like, so you don't know what they gave you? And I was like, no. She was like, well, the first one is called Adios, motherfucker. You drink it and you're gone. It's got 7 different alcohols in it. And then I found out what the second thing she gave me, because like blowjobs are supposed to be shots.
Mhm.
She poured an entire glass of it
Yeah.
and gave it to me. And then I found out like that's why I was just to the wind. So that was my fun night of drinking gone after 2 drinks.
So
How was the
Like they treated me
after?
well.
the,
After?
yeah, how was it after?
Well, to be honest, like my friends had to like deal with me, like being completely wasted. I sat on a mango in their backseat. That was everywhere, all over me. I got mango in my phone, so I woke up the next morning enjoying that. So like I got to hear the fun stories, but I don't get hungover. I learned.
Oh,
I
lucky.
just like
Oh, well,
the only thing about me is
You
my
haven't
stomach.
drank
It
enough.
just cripples.
well, no. First, hold on. Stop, Jace.
You might have been hydrated.
None of us got hangovers when we were young. It's once we got older that we started getting them. By the way, you have a comment shouting out to you. I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong. It's from McKenna Top.
McKenna, oh
McKenna,
God,
I'm
that's
sorry.
my friend. Hi, McKenna. Hi, McKenna. How
she
you
said,
doing?
Miss Sole Cos. Ayy.
Oh God, you're embarrassing.
Embarrass her. If you're still here watching,
That's my
please
friend.
embarrass her. Share
No,
stories. That's
please,
what the
no, don't do
comment
this.
section.
Yeah,
That is what the comment
she was
section
the one
is
that
for.
helped me. No, she was the one that helped me when I was completely drunk. So there we go.
I think the first time I had alcohol was when I was like 16 or 15. I forgot. But we our group we treat alcohol like an art, and so we created our own drinks. We created one that's called fully mastered Super Saiyan Blue.
That sounds so good.
It's
Does it like destroy you?
yes, but we mix it hours in advance because we need the
Okay.
ingredients. Like the ingredients will settle and sit, and then we mix it for 10 minutes, and then we let it sit for a few hours, and then we mix it again. And the whole purpose of the drink is that it's supposed to when you drink it, it doesn't taste like alcohol. You can kind of taste it in there, but it tastes more like the punch that you're drinking.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
whole
that actually
point,
sounds
the
good.
reason why it's called Super Saiyan Blue, because the blue stands for tranquility. It's kind of like in Dragon Ball Z. It stands for control. It stands for tranquility. It stands for like being at peace. And then
That's what
Super
it gives you?
Saiyan, it's called Super Saiyan because it's got alcohol in there that's so strong, it would have dwarfed the ones you had. There's an alcoholic drink
no.
called Everclear.
Oh no, please don't
It
bring
is
that.
95% alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. It is 100 for people that go by proof, and that's when you know
Yeah, I'm
someone
not about that.
you
Oh.
find who's a professional and who's like a casual drinker based on what they go by. Most people
I
that
didn't
just
know I was
drink
a
for
casual
shits and
drinker
giggles,
until this.
most people that just drink just socially or whatever for fun, they'll say, "Oh, it's 80 proof or 100 proof." Like, but you have like your real top notch. Like, yeah, I've been drinking since last week. When did you stop? Stop. We go by
I know
percentage.
somebody like that.
So the way you determine the way you can figure out what percentage of alcohol a drink is, 80 proof is always 40%, 90 is 45, 100 is 50. So it's always the half of the proof that's the percentage. So if you go by proof, Everclear is 190 proof. 95% alcohol. The only thing stronger than Everclear is homemade moonshine, which can test up to 120%.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's the stuff they used to make rocket fuel.
Yes, they've spilled it on the floor and it cleaned the floor.
Oh God.
Hey, I didn't know it was that color.
Oh
Sweet.
no! Like at Renaissance Festival, this guy had like these magician potions, and he's like, "Aye, good day. Would thou like a drink?" And I'm like, "Why are you talking weird?"
Because of what he's about to do to you.
He's like, "Would you like a drink, sir?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Man, you want a drink?" That's better. Why couldn't you say that? And then he gives me
He wanted to make it special.
the flask, and I'm like, "Is that Everclear?" and I call my friend over. He comes over. He takes the shot as well. He's like, "That is Everclear." And we both turn and look at him. Dude, you're gonna hurt somebody. He's all like that Pikachu meme, like, because most people
It's
are like,
a good year.
it's because Everclear burns big time. It will burn your throat. Like, it is not the best thing to take shots of. It is really.
What he's saying is he's a professional.
yeah. Except I was also kind of buzzed when I took a shot of
You
it.
had warm up already.
I had already Mexicanized myself. Whoa.
You got that armor on.
I got that Mexican eagle, the the Mayan eagle sun god, whatever, coming in and protecting
Thunderbird?
me. Thunderbird.
Or the Phoenix? Thunderbird.
Is Phoenix Aztec or Mayan? I thought it was Aztec.
Phoenix? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we had
Look,
an
I should
Aztec
know.
question.
I should know
Aztec?
more about my ancestry, but I don't.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. But what were we talking about?
We were congratulating them on their drinking at 22.
Oh right,
Listen,
because
okay, like it was special.
Right, because you made such a big deal out of it. Like, I drink. Most people are like,
Because like it's the accomplishment of being over 21 and legal to do it is just the special part.
yeah, no,
Like
I
I've
don't
done it
know.
illegally.
Like, I don't know. Like, once I turned 21 and we could legally drink, it just kind of lost its like the thrill factor. Not
Seems like
saying that it was boring,
responsibility
but
now.
like, I can do this legally now. I'm gonna
Honestly, after
pretend-
middle school, I didn't care.
I mean, in high school, I wasn't that bad of a kid. I was a good kid. I didn't get into a no. Okay, I take all that back. I was a horrible kid. I'm trying to save face here. No, because like most people that drink are like, oh yeah, I drink, or yeah, I drink. They're not like, I drink, yeah.
I had a fight with a mango when I was drunk. Okay, like that's
Okay.
something special.
What? Story time. Story time.
Tell us everything about this mango.
Was the mango talking shit?
What did it do to you?
Like, okay, so listen, like, I got in the backseat of the car and I'm chilling, and like, I suppose like the seat had been reserved from the mango, and I didn't know this, and like, it didn't see it coming. Like, it didn't have time to talk shit. Like, it was just a complete KO John Cena body slam.
Did you?
Like, that's
did
what happened
you sit
to that
on it?
mango. I laid on it, actually. Like, I completely, like, I fell into the back seat and just crushed it. Like, usually they're supposed to be more sturdy, but, like, I crushed the entirety of it. And somehow, like, it got revenge on its deathbed of, like, getting into my phone. And, like, that was it. I woke up and the speakers were just, like, it sounded like one of those Hallmark cards that, like, were running on a battery. That's what that mango did to my phone.
With my dying wish, I curse your
Literally.
speakers.
You were supposed to. It was there for you to cuddle it, not crush it.
I think so. Like, it was trying to offer, like, moral support, and, like, I crushed its soul, like, its feelings, all of it. It was just the instance of fuck your feelings.
All right, well, you heard it here, folks. Hashtag rest in peace, mango.
See, the poor
R.I.P.
thing,
mango.
it didn't have a chance. It didn't have a chance.
I mean, that's way better than, you know, you possibly getting drunk and then getting into a fist fight with a porta potty and getting knocked on your ass.
What, you
I
lost to
am,
the porta
like-
potty?
Yes, I lost.
Never said
Oh,
that.
no.
It was a porta potty. It's got 300
Yeah.
pounds on me.
I had higher standards, I guess. Jeez.
Fuck you. Don't give me that shit. And it wasn't
You
just
had to
one
have done
porta
something
potty.
awful.
The porta potty had friends.
The porta potty did have friends.
What did they do to you?
Who talk shit
Did
to
they
them.
defend its friend? Did they defend its friend? Like,
So-
Shit talking porta potties.
This is also at Texas Renaissance Festival. So they have like 5 or 6 porta potties lined up, like per like so many far apart. I don't know. And so it's Renaissance Festival. The campgrounds of the Texas Renaissance Festival are any Renaissance themed festival. The campgrounds are just drinking and drugs and people acting dumb. So we're just, I don't know what time it is. I'm guessing it's like 1 a.m. And I'm already pretty gone. I'm already like, the drunker I get, the more Mexican I become. Like, ¿sabes qué? Like, I was walking around and I'm trying to find a bonfire, pero no sé dónde está. And so my friend's like, hey man. I'm like, what's up? Hey man, that porta potty's been talking shit all night, dude. And I turn around, what? Yeah, man, the porta potty's been talking shit all night, dude. And I walk up to it and I shove it. You've been talking shit. And I like charged at it, but from the side. And so all the other porta potties were behind it, lined up. So I charged at it and I hit the corner with my head and it knocked me on my ass and it knocked me out. And I lost the fight.
It was an unfair odds though. It was like 3-on-1.
Oh yeah, no, I don't recommend getting into a fist fight with a porta potty or an electrical socket at a hotel during a convention. But that is a story for another time. We need to interview our guest. So, have you like you've been cosplaying? Have you done any have you been a guest for any cons?
I have not yet, honestly, because when I like really started to get into this stuff, I was only able to make it to one, and then quarantine and the coronavirus hit completely.
No.
Like, I had been to cons before. Like I said, I did it like at Pocahontas and everything, but like nothing that I ever really wanted to do. Like, nothing that I ever really wanted to accomplish with that I get to do. I was only able to go to the Matsuri, which is like this, it's a Japanese cultural festival. That was the only thing I had been able to do.
Wait, what is it called?
And then, like I said, quarantine hit. It was the Arizona Matsuri.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like this big, Japanese cultural festival. If you like look it up on Instagram or whatever, like it has like all the pictures on there, like really pretty, like traditional Japanese and everything. Like they even had a traditional contest and everything. So it was like really nice, really pretty. That was the only thing I got the chance to go to before all of this hit.
We have one.
And I was gonna, like, I had cons lined up. Like, I was gonna go to LA and everything. Like, I had stuff lined up, and then the virus just took.
All right. R.I.P. 2020.
Okay, because the reason when you said Matsuri, we have a convention in Texas called Matsuri. They're called Anime Matsuri, and they have such a bad reputation. Like, a lot of people love that con, but a lot of people despise that con. It's such a shitty con, and their staff is so horrible. Yeah, they're pretty bad. The comments. Oh my god, I heard word. Somebody fought a porta potty at Renfest. I didn't know it was you, Goku. Yeah, it was me.
It had friends though, like it like.
Yeah, I had friends. It jumped.
Bro,
me.
your friends.
And what's
It just
messed
straight
up
went
is my
Naruto.
wallet was gone afterwards too.
They robbed you.
They robbed me.
You got robbed
They
by a
just
bunch
straight
of
like
porta-
shadow clones and robbed you.
Yeah, I got robbed by a porta, which sucks because I should have attacked it from the front. I probably would have knocked it over, because people knock over the porta potties all the time. Actually, when that story got out, everyone thought I knocked over the porta potties, but I'm like, no, I lost. I attacked it from the side. I should have attacked it from the front.
Bad angle.
Or maybe not at all. Like,
Or
maybe
maybe
got
not
to a
at all.
fight with something
Peace was
better.
never an option.
You have
Peace was
you
never
have
an
no
option.
idea like how bad it gets for me out there. Like, I took vitamins.
Use vitamins and milk.
Okay, there's this thing called acid, and somebody gave me like 3 hits of it by mistake, and then to fix it, they gave me 3 more hits. And then the whole night, I'm standing in
Because even
camp. I'm
numbers.
standing in this person's camp, telling my friends, they're like, "Okay, what are you doing?" I'm hiding from the cops. And like, but what are you doing? I'm a tree. Leave me alone. I'm just standing there like this, and I'm whispering, and I'm just saying out loud, "Tree, tree, tree."
That is bad.
Tree.
That is
And
bad.
my friend's like, "Goku, trees don't say tree." Oh, shit, you're right. My bad. I am Groot.
No.
And I stood
No.
there. And it felt like hours. It felt like I had been there for like a day. I stood there and it was still dark. And I'm like, oh my god,
It was-
been like,
it
dude,
was
it's got to
30
be like
seconds.
5. It's got to be like 5 or 7 hours. I don't know how long I've been here. And I find my friend Panda, and she's like, dude, you've been gone for like 45 minutes.
Oh
Are you-
my
I'm like, are
God,
you
that is
sure?
bad.
I felt like I went through an entire adventure.
Isn't that how it goes, though? You think you're doing something, and you're just, like, standing there in the corner staring at everybody doing something?
Oh yeah, especially at cons when people drink and they act dumb.
Honestly, like, cons here are kind of, well, not, like, they're pretty peaceful. Like, I haven't really, never really dealt with anybody that's just gone there. Everybody's, like, just on their way, doing their thing, like, making business, selling things. Like, nobody, I've never seen anybody just completely gone there. Like, even at the Matsuri, they were serving, like, sake and, like, all kinds of, like, Japanese drinks and stuff, and, like, nobody there was acting weird or, like, shit-faced or even on any drugs, probably. Like, everybody was pretty relaxed. Go to, like, any game, and there is somebody, like, any football game, a golf game, it literally doesn't matter where you go. Like, usually you think, yeah, people are drinking beer. No, like, there is at least half the stadium just gone doing some wild shit. Like, the opening for the golf tournament, I think a couple years ago, this dude just got, like, butt naked and ran across the entire opening. Like, that's where the drunk idiots go, is
In
to
sports.
all the games to do shit like that.
Gee, okay,
What's the big?
you heard it here, Texas. We have an issue. We need to get our shit together.
We have too many people here. That's our problem.
Yeah, you know what? Our room party. I hate to say this, but our room parties sound crazier than half of the stuff you just mentioned.
What's the big convention in Arizona?
Yeah,
Like-
what is a big convention?
The Fusion, honestly, in my opinion, we have a couple, but the Fusion is usually the biggest. Like, it's a 4-day entire thing, like, panels, like, a lot of stars, like, show up there. So it's pretty much the Fusion, but Arizona sucks for cosplay, in my opinion. The cons are very, very tame. Like, there's not a lot of them, and they're not very big. So that's why I wanted to, like, travel to, LA and travel other places to get, like, something real and do something real, because it's just, like, the Fusion.
Come to
year.
Texas.
Every
Apply
year
to
I've
be a
gone, it's
cosplay guest.
boring.
Apply to be a cosplay guest at a Texas con. They are
I honestly
crazy
wouldn't
here.
mind.
They are crazy here.
I wouldn't mind.
We booked a, well, they're crazy to the ones we go to. Like, there's one con called All Con. Everyone, like, half the cons out in the pool and jacuzzi, drinking, partying, blasting music, getting stupid.
Nice, honestly. Yeah, like, it sounds like a good time. Like, I've seen a lot of cosplayers in LA, like, watch their videos of them having a good time over there, and I'm like, totally bet. Like, the other cosplayers I know are in Florida, and there's so much going on in Florida as well. Like, they're just, like, listing all this stuff, all these cons, like, these events. Like, it's crazy over in Florida as well. But that's a distance, and everybody in Florida is crazy anyway. So I don't want to deal with that, at least.
Let me see. Arizona has alternate cons, right? Like, that's where Wasteland is held, huh? Do you know anything about a Wasteland?
I do not.
Oh.
I do not.
Get your shit together,
Do you?
Blastoids. I don't know. I don't know anything.
So
I
the-
forgot.
so is the deets.
I forgot Arizona was a state until you joined the podcast.
Everybody does. It's just, it's so boring here. Like I said, like, and it's so funny because, like, the Matsuri, they told people, at first I wasn't even gonna cosplay because they were like, you're gonna be disrespectful if you come to this cultural festival dressed as a cosplayer, and if they had a competition, but if you came as a cosplayer, you couldn't even join the competition. And I'm like, I mean, anime kind of is a Japanese thing, like, it kind of is. It's kind of big. So I went anyway, and then, like, I'm walking around and I'm seeing, like, people in full cosplay gear, and I'm like, at least I'm not the only one.
Well, anime is Japanese in a sense that the concepts, the manga are Japanese, but a lot of animation studios branch out to, like, Korea for their anime, like the animation part. A lot of companies go with Korean studios. So I guess, like, there's a lot of traditionalist people. I don't know. Like, our Japanese festival, they don't give a shit.
It's a small cosplay convention.
They have a cosplay contest. And I've won the People's Choice Award as Omnimon from Digimon.
Damn it, now I need to go to Texas. Now you guys are just making me waste my gas.
Like seriously, they had somebody as Black Panther go up there and be on the contest. That's how little they give a shit.
I wish it was the same year. Like, they were just so, you have to be traditional. I mean, food was great. Like, I got to meet people who were actually cosplaying. It was nice. Like, you know, threw my, like, Instagram out there, took pictures. Like, it was a blast. And then I was like, okay, let's keep this going. Like, this con actually worked as this character. Like, I was able to go. People knew who I was. Like, okay, this is successful. Let's, like, keep this train going. And the coronavirus is just like, how about no? How about you just stay home and don't live a life or go anywhere or, like, just push out your career? How about no? So, like, yeah, the week I was going to go to LA, it all hit. Like, the con closed down. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh no, like Texas is really bad right now when it comes to the virus. I think I saw an article or a video or something where like there was a record set in like 50,000 brand new cases in the United States, and like a chunk of it was from Texas.
Yeah, we had about 25% of that 50,000 in one
I don't know
day.
if we had that much.
I'm gonna say 25%.
I know that at one point we had 5,000 people in one day
10%.
test positive for coronavirus, COVID-19. And right now, people are saying that San Antonio is suffering. San Antonio, Texas, has more cases than Houston. Thank you, Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that, San Antonio. My prayers are out with y'all. But oh my gee, I can't. Oh no.
It's not that your numbers slowed down; it's that they're sped up.
And like, have you been seeing all the videos? Like, I know you're from Arizona, but there's like a lot of like Texas made this order like where everybody has to wear a mask now. Like, it's not optional anymore.
Oh, it's same. Yeah, they started doing that here as well. Like, it's the same thing here. So
Good.
yeah, like, it's not spreading as bad here as what I've seen, but like they put the order in, and like some people care and some people don't, and like you have the people that walk in and like they bypass every last orange, yellow, highlighted neon sign that says wear a mask, and they walk in and they're like, and the person is like, you need a mask, and they're like, oh, are you kidding me? And it was like, yeah, put a fucking mask on, stop spreading this. Like, it's mostly, you know, you touch your face and stuff, and then you spread it with your hands, and it's just like, dude, just put a mask on. How difficult is it? Or like the people that walk around and they literally have the mask in their hand. They walk in the establishment, and the people have to tell them to put it on. It's like, why do you have it with you if you're not wearing it? It's in your hand, dude. Like, put it on your face.
Yeah, no, people are dumb. Some of the comments right here we're gonna address. Blastoid says other culture festivals, strict rules. Texas culture festivals, we don't care, just come spend your money.
Literally.
Oh my god. Corona-chan, oh look, someone is riding a train of positive things going their way. Be ashamed if somebody switched the train tracks to go off the cliff. That is COVID-19 right now. That is literally COVID. Like, everything was going great. Things were going fine. I was happy. Bam.
Literally, I was like, let me just get back in the saddle of, like, cosplaying. Let me just, you know, like, get on social media, like, get truly on social media, start posting this stuff. Let's go somewhere. And, like I said, went to my first con. Like, I even was going to prepay for the Fusion. Like, took the entire week off from my job. Like, it was all set. I had been, like, because I hadn't had my Mina Ashido cosplay completely together, so I was rushing to throw it together to make it to the con in LA. And, like, I finally, like, it was an entire effort to throw this shit together that fast. And I finally got it together, and I'm like, I'm sweating, I'm, like, dying, anxiety, because, like, just the rush of it. And then I look at the website, and they're like, yeah, we're closed. I'm just, like, sat there, just just side contemplated all of it, and I'm like, hey, you know what, just like end my shit, please. Like, just,
quick
like,
question
that's it.
for
I'm
you.
done.
Quick question. What was the name of the group that we were? Oh no, it says the podcast dropped. Did it?
No, I'm watching. Usually you freeze whenever the podcast drops.
That's true.
We're good. Keep going.
Keep going. Blastoid sent me a message and it scared me. No.
All right.
Did it drop? Please don't, because I would have gotten a notification from Restream.
No, we're still going. Keep talking.
Oh, it's him. He scared me.
Okay.
Stupid Blastoids.
No one message him while we're doing this.
I know. Stop freaking me out. Real quick, I gotta step out for a second. I'm gonna step out like in a minute or two. It did a thing because my dad's about to take off for work, and I'm gonna go say bye to him. And when he goes to work, he's usually gone for like a week, so I want to say bye. But what is the name of the group that we're from that I advertised? We were looking for guests to be on the show. What was it called? I forgot.
Nation?
Cosplayer Nation? It was Cosplayer Nation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm on like so many, I forget sometimes.
I am too, and it sucks. But I like Cosplayer Nation because a lot of people, because we really wanted to reach out to people that are not from Texas, and we wanted to reach out to more cosplayers. And that is definitely one of the groups that we like, because a lot of people there are they're really good at cosplaying. A lot of people are interested.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Like, Cosplay Extremists is a really good one. I met like a lot of good people off of that one. They have a group just for Arizona, which is also really nice. I met a couple of really good photographers off of that. Because usually I just take take pictures on my own, like do shoots of my own with myself and my friends. But like I met like couple really good photographers, so we went out and I got to shoot with Mina for the first time, which is what you've seen on the video. And then like I have another one coming up on Saturday, which I'm gonna shoot with Sasuke, and I'm gonna use like my traditional Japanese stuff to do it as well. So like gonna make it really, really nice.
I mean, at least you have a cool background,
like.
You have a cool background. Mr. Jace over here just has blue.
I could be anywhere in my house right now and you would not know.
I'm so glad you're not on the toilets.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do, because
completely nerdy.
You wouldn't have the background that close to your back if there was a toilet bowl behind you.
Hey, I could put this right behind the toilet bowl. Just kind of over.
Then we could see the toilet bowl.
I could be in the bathroom. You don't know that.
No, because you're not making faces. You're not like
struggling.
I like the acoustics in here.
You're not struggling. You're not making faces like most people.
Just to relax. Struggle. You gotta relax.
You gotta have this. You gotta have squatty potty. Squatty potty's the best. But okay, so as far as conventions go, they're like mild to tame. They're a little boring. Your words, not ours.
Yeah, they're very mild, very tame, very boring.
You think it's because they try to
so
just be more?
disappointed.
You think it's because they just try to be more family friendly?
Well, I feel like there's just not enough going on in Arizona in general. Like, not a lot of. Like, I feel like in other states, there's just a lot more going on, like a lot more interest in the stuff. Like, people will travel from other states to go to like cons in Texas or LA or like Florida even. Like, there's such a big deal that like they get an influx of people from other like states or across the country, whereas like Arizona is such a tourist, like just basically 55 and up kind of place where they need to make it boring and nothing really needs to go on. People just come here to go like, oh, it's nice and pretty, and go back home, or come here to stay for like the winter and leave. So it doesn't seem like they have a reason to give us pretty much anything. So I know a lot of like cosplayers just branch out to other states or go to other places until there's like a really good solid con, which is like the Fusion. Like I went to the Matsuri and it was just tiny, but I still wanted to like just go get some exposure, like just get out with my cosplay, have a good time. But it's just like most of them are small like that. We do have a really good Renaissance fair though. Like, it's really nice, really big. I've joined a group that, like, showcases, like, events, like, so I get first and center to whatever's going on and wherever it is, and judge, like, whether or not to go. And it's just, like, super small, very spaced out, if there is anything whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I just don't do anything here. I just do, like, you know, like I said, photography, or, like, I started getting bored during quarantine, so I started posting dumb shit on TikToks. Like, it got to that part of the quarantine where I was, like, so desperate and sad for cons that I'm like, you know, I'll
be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
When he's gone, we can talk about him. Everyone in the chat, make fun of him. Bring up the chat here.
That's not fair.
We can play a game called Find What's in Jesse's Background. I like doing this. He piles stuff on top of his game cabinet. He used to have a measuring tape yesterday, and it looks like he just piled more stuff on top of it. Scott, look.
Any Dragon Ball Z back there?
Half of his room is Dragon Ball Z, if not more.
Oh no.
I think it's for us. It's on the right side, but for the podcast itself, it's on the left side. But that's all Dragon Ball Z.
I see something in orange. That's like all I can guess.
It's just like 30 Gokus.
There's so many. There was a point where I did like drop off a Dragon Ball Z though.
I've got all of my stuff on a shelf above me, and I don't like my background, so I just cover it completely up. You have an artistic background though, which looks really cool.
This is my filming background actually. I have two. I have the one in my bathroom that's like completely black, and then I have this, and this is my filming background right here. So I like wanted to do something fun, something cool, so I just like threw this up a while ago and just used it to film.
How many Goku figures do you have?
Leave me alone. Shut up.
I want to know. Like, come on.
Even I don't know.
How bad is it? Like, guess. Like 50 maybe?
No, I don't think it's that little.
Okay.
He only has so many shelves to put them in.
No, well,
You
here,
start getting
look.
cardboard
Pour them away.
cutouts.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Never saw that part.
Oh, no.
See, it's just a sea of orange.
They just
No,
watch
it's not
you.
just Goku, though. It's okay, that's a lot of Goku.
So, like,
It's just orange. Like, he's covering up everything else.
There's Vegeta, there's Trunks. There's some.
Yeah,
there's,
Vegeta
like,
just
a
in a
Gohan.
dark corner.
Goku gets top billing.
Plus,
and then
there's
everyone else
more
gets
up
thrown
top. Like, you can see more.
Where's Frieza?
Oh, Frieza's somewhere.
So, he's behind all the Gokus.
Plus, like, that's
shelf.
just the figurines. Like, I have my manga there, my DVDs and my Blu-rays. That is all just. That's not even all anime. That's just Dragon Ball, and that's all about to be filled up.
You got Dragon Evolution over there?
Yeah, I do actually. I do.
Oh god.
Those are my movies. Those are my movies. And these are my video games.
Such a collection.
And
Such
these
a
are my can you see them? Oh, barely. Let me see.
I get fussed
Okay, I
at
see
for
a
my
little
shelves. You got
No,
way
these are
more
my-
than me.
These are my Power Rangers. Well, because my fucking room is tiny, I have to utilize.
It's tiny because of the Gokus.
Well, no, my room. The house was built in the '60s, so the rooms are small. So I had to learn how to utilize every inch of space in this room. Like, there is a bookshelf nailed, like, it is bolted into the wall. Not to the wall, but into the door.
That is something special right there.
I mean, I don't just have Dragon Ball, though. I have Power Rangers. Like, you didn't see... Well, the Green Ranger got knocked over. He's drunk.
Did you go to the Renaissance Festival?
Yes, I do go to the Renaissance. And I have more Power Ranger stuff right there. And I have posters on the ceiling.
I didn't know the porta potty story was actually a vitamin story and not a milk story.
No, the porta potty story is a milk story. The tree thing is a vitamin story.
Okay. Trees, vitamins. Okay.
Wait. So back to Power Rangers. Which Power Rangers was your favorite? Like, which show was your favorite? Are we talking, like, the really bad, like, not bad, but the bad one that was so bad it was good with, like, all the, like, fake but real villains and stuff that they had to fight?
I like Turbo.
Oh, no. Why Turbo?
Because I just started getting into Turbo, and it was so cool. I liked it. I don't know why. It did not age well.
Did not. I'm gonna have to say, shit, it's really hard.
Zeo.
I like
Say
Mighty
Zeo.
Morphin for the nostalgia, but I think my favorite one is between Power Rangers in Space and RPM.
Okay.
RPM is like their
It's a better
Power
version of
Rangers.
Turbo.
It's pretty much like it's got like a Terminator theme where it's post-apocalyptic and they're in the future where the machines have like taken over and decided to start eliminating humans. There's like one city left, like this one civilization called Corinth, and they're trying to protect it. And like people do die on screen. Like they have a couple people die on screen. So
it's like a nice one.
It is a dark Power Ranger series, but it's kind of like it is toned down for children, but it is like a dark Power Ranger series. But I like In Space as well because it was like the end of the Mighty Morphin era. Because that's when Zordon dies. He dies and all the villains are destroyed. So I do like Power Rangers. I don't like every season of Power Rangers, but I do enjoy Power Rangers a lot.
What about the new one? The new movie?
I like the movie. It was okay. I think they could have done a better job. Like, I wanted them to be in the suits a little bit longer before they got into the Zords.
Yeah, they said like the fight scenes were kind of like just too tame as well. Like people didn't get what they wanted out of the fight scenes. Like they were just too tame, too short as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, like it's because I can imagine that the suits were a little bit harder to if you look at the suits, they look really difficult to move in. Like they're so close to looking like Iron Man suits. And that's another thing that people didn't like. One of the comments says, it's funny how Power Rangers went from dark to light heart when Nick got the rights to show it. The thing is, like, well, no. So, like, Power Rangers was owned by Saban, and then they sold it to Disney. And then Disney was like, okay, we're done. We don't want to do this anymore. So RPM was their last season. And then they sold it to Saban for like a fraction of the price that they had bought it for originally. And then Saban ended their partnership with Bandai. Bandai has been making Power Ranger toys since the beginning, and they make the Sentai toys. But they decided to go with Hasbro, and Hasbro was like, you know what, we're just going to buy it, and we don't want to deal with Saban. So they just flat out bought it. And now I'm buying all this shit that Hasbro makes because it's so cool. No, because like check it out. Like these are the figures that Hasbro is making. Like they come with like extra heads so you can have them holding their helmets.
That's actually pretty cool.
Let's see.
Do you have any of the ones that where you could flip the switch and the head flips out for the helmet?
Yeah, I have those.
I had some of those when I was.
I remember I
A
had.
true collector.
I'm an ultra collector. Remember, dude, I had my Power Ranger wall.
I know, but your background is always a sea of Goku.
Oh no, but my Power Ranger wall had to come down because my room is ever evolving. That's the way I put it. It's evolving.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh god.
Oh.
Why?
Gotta make room for
You were the one that brought that up last night, didn't you?
Yes, I was, because I just
had
wanted to see.
nightmares.
I wanted, because just like the wave when he used it and just the way he used it, that's when I was like, this movie is. There's
The movie
something
was
wrong with this movie.
trash.
It's not even a guilty pleasure kind of trash either. It's just like the
just feel
painful
guilty
kind.
for watching it. Like, ow.
The actor too, like Goku, like, oh no, like everything about it was bad.
No,
I
was,
tried to watch
everything.
the Everything Is Wrong With version for that, and I couldn't finish it.
No, I loved
the jokes were great, but I just couldn't watch this.
I don't
again.
understand why. Like, why the fuck did they pick that dude, man? Every time he looked like he was about to like power up or do something, he always looked constipated.
That's exactly what everybody has said. Like seriously.
Like he had like he was ready to take a crap and it just wouldn't come out.
Too many
He's all
sensu
like-
beans.
Or like when his
He's all
when,
like shaking too.
God. When his grandpa died and he's just like, just that reaction was so awful. Like the acting was so awful in that.
Uh-huh.
Like everything about it.
It was
Like every
it
last
was
thing
awful.
about it.
It was so bad, like, but I think that they like. The one thing I will give it credit for is that they at least got the names right. The last Airbender movie didn't even get the names right. Ong, Suka,
Yeah.
I think Katara was
Like-
correct.
Katara
How
was,
did you do that?
but she said it so forcefully. My name is Katara.
It's very important that you
That girl,
enunciate
every
the
time
Spanish
that
word.
girl had a line, she looked like she was ready to start crying.
They were like, just pretend you feel something, and she's like, okay, I got this, and just that's what you got. Like that's exactly like her dog just died. Like that's what you got.
Every time she gives a speech, she looks like she's on the verge of tears.
Like why? Like they had to go through the entire like casting of it. Like how many people did they bypass before they like got to this one person who delivered every line and just looked like that? And they're just like, you know what? Perfect. You embody everything of this extremely strong character that pretty much doesn't break.
Um,
Like, there you
so,
go.
like
They
the
just got a
reason
martial
why
artist to do it.
everybody wonders why they made the entire Fire Nation Middle Eastern. It's because the actor that played what they call him Zuko, they didn't call him Zuko. They call him like something like worse, like Zuko. It was. I know they mispronounced it as well, but the actor that played him is from Slumdog Millionaire, I think. And M. Night Shyamalan liked him so much that he wanted to cast him in the movie as Zuko. And so he figured, okay, well, since I want to cast him and I am going to cast him, let me change the race of the entire Fire Nation so they can match this person's race. I'm like, you don't
Which
have
is
to do that.
fine.
Literally.
Avatar was based off of different ethnicities anyway, so it was okay. But the issue is they had two white people representing the Inuit tribe that they were doing, but they're the only two white people in the stupid movie.
Their
Aang,
casting is just great.
Like Ong, he was the other. Okay, the main three were all three white. Why?
and I have issues with Aang. Okay, they got Aang.
He wasn't an actor.
Aang could
he was
be
a martial
white.
artist.
Right, he was a martial artist, but why for the love of God did it look like every time like go back and watch the movie, every time he has a line, he looks like he forgot it and has to look at a cue card.
It's just M. Night Shyamalan on the other side, like
He always, because he's always turning his head before he talks, like Fire Nation.
hey, how do
Wait,
I convey
turn
emotion?
it
Just
around.
look off screen.
I know if that kid had just like if the kid had forgotten his lines, turned his head and did this to the guy holding the cue cards, I would have probably given the movie a better score.
I want to see him squint and then do this. It's like, okay, I
Thanks,
got it.
man.
Edit- Don't edit
just,
it out
just
at all.
have him like do the click in the gun like to the cue card guy. Like, thanks, fam. Earthbenders.
Like you see a
Read-
thumb
read
on
a
screen, I
line.
got you.
Read a line and then stop halfway in the sentence, and then go okay, and then keep reading because they flipped the card over.
Or they ask you to like put on subtitles so that he looks down at the subtitles and just reads them off. Just like a little script, so it just looks somewhat better.
Okay, hold
At
on.
least there's excuse them.
I gotta show y'all this damn scene because this scene, still to this day, bothers the crap out of me, and it hurts so much. Yeah, I'm about to put it on the podcast, so if y'all want to watch it directly on there, I won't be able to share it. Let's see. We're gonna go with this one. Oh my god, no! I don't even feel like sharing it. It's so awful.
Movie. Yeah.
It's so awful. It hurts my soul. It hurts.
Ero. I don't remember them pronouncing his name as Ero.
They pronounce it as something stupid. I know that.
Arrow?
All right, here we go.
Oh god, the Earthbender scene.
Here, y'all can watch it on the regular video. Unfortunately, I can't share screen and talk to you at the same time.
Us here, it would protect us.
I'm probably gonna get flagged for
My
this.
name is Ong,
There go all our
and I'm
endorsements.
the Avatar.
It's all
I
in the
ran
name
away,
of just
but I'm back now.
shitty anime adaptation movies.
Look at this.
It's time for you to stop doing this.
He looks like he's about to start crying.
Be an airbender. Are you an airbender,
This
boy?
is the Earthbender scene. Oh god.
Leave him alone.
She just shoves him.
How is he doing that?
I don't want to hurt anyone.
All airbenders should be dead. Kill him! Firebenders! Let's attack him! Okay. Everybody can help us now!
Watching it on the Everyone just stand around and watch this guy just wave his hands.
Don't be afraid.
So good at the discount.
Oh, look at this. This is the scene. Look at this. There's like six of, there's like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I can't.
Like it took one person to make the wall, but it took an army to throw
I can't watch that clip.
It just makes sense. Like, it's just that movie concept of it just makes sense.
Did y'all see that though? Like, were y'all able to watch it? Were y'all able to watch
I'm watching it on the podcast.
Okay, watch it on the podcast.
I'm doing it on my phone.
And
Yeah.
there's 6 of them or 7 of them dancing. They're like and there's like a floating rock, just one single rock. Woo. I'm not even kidding. It's in the video. You mean to tell me that it took 7 master earthbenders to move a pebble?
It's dumb because it takes one person to make a giant wall of it. You could just do that right underneath the firebender and just launch them in the air instead of throwing a football at them.
Exactly. You mean to tell
They
me
wanted to look cool.
it took 7 earthbenders? Like 7 earthbenders, you think they could make some kind of like mudslide or like hole in the ground or like a Godzilla made out of dirt? No, it's freaking rock the size of a freaking rock the size of a football.
They don't even exploit the weakness of the firebenders. Take the earth and put it on the fire they're using, and then they're powerless.
Like for
And you
real.
win.
Like earth bend, dirt into the fire, fire gone. Now kick their asses.
Smokey taught me one thing: is to put out fires.
No, they're like, you know what? You see the shit that makes sense? Let's take all of that and not use any of it. Like, let's make a list of everything good we could do, and then we're gonna do the exact opposite of that. Let's just make sure that's in like every
Black Sonic,
direction.
you are completely wrong. He says the mini benders were lifting the wall, so the guy shot the slow rock, but the bad choreograph, the cinematography, is why it looked like the ones were moving the rock. No, they were the ones moving the rock. Because the guy literally did this.
Wayne Johnson.
If you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, when they lift their arms like this, it always raises a wall.
Although maybe he's right. Maybe they filmed it a certain way, and when it came to the CG team to come and put the walls up, they got it out of order, and they was like, oh, now this guy just falls over there.
They just looked at the list. Like, they looked at the list, and they gave it to the team, and they're like, oh, okay, I see. Let's do the exact opposite of that good idea.
I refuse to believe that. I believe it took 6 earthbenders to bend a floating rock.
They weren't the good earthbenders. The good earthbenders are the ones making the walls.
Of course they weren't the good earthbenders. They got caught by firebenders that can't even create fire. And their prison was literally a mountain surrounded by rocks and dirt and earth. Like,
And Sokka in there just murks a guy with his boomerang, just cold clocks him on the side of the
it's
face.
kind of like
that guy's dead.
it's like that episode of Family Guy where they make fun of prison in Canada, where the prisoner walks up to the guard. Hey, I'm gonna go out for a while. Okay, just be back by nightfall. Okay, and then he just leaves.
For real. No,
Prisoners
everything
have
about that
their
movie
own
was just a
ideas.
tragedy, just a disaster.
The CG was good. It was just a horrible movie altogether.
No, it wasn't that great.
It looked good. It was a bad movie. I'm not gonna be mean to the people doing the graphics.
Yeah, but the actors, like you saw, and he's all like,
CG can't fix that.
that. He's all distressed, like he knows they're about to steal his wallet, like they're about to take his lunch money.
That moment when you're in the hood and you know that nothing is gonna go right about it. Like
That's
you're
right.
not dressed for it, nothing. You're not ready. You walk in and you're like, oh well, there goes everything in my pockets. There goes everything I own. There goes my vehicle. That's what he embodied in that entire movie. Just walking into the hood and just not being ready.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Please
I
help.
don't know where. Please.
Although,
help
like,
themselves to his wallet.
earthbending's the strongest bending in that movie because it doesn't need anything. You can just wave your hands and blow someone away.
Wave your hands in the
no.
air and no, wait, throw your hands in the air and wave like you just don't care. That's
Okay, then, like, crappy movie aside, what do you think the most powerful bending is in the real anime? Because it can depend. Like, it honestly can depend. They showed everybody's strengths, like, equally, pretty much. Like, everybody's, like, bending was badass.
I think whoever has the most range has the advantage, and I don't know the range of water bending, but I know earth bending. Toph showed that she can feel earth around the entire world. So I think earth bending probably has it just on the ability to
Carlos,
crush someone.
the movie was so bad my virginity came back. I think the most powerful bender is Batman because he has the power to bend money.
Like, did you see Justice League at all?
Which one? The movie?
The movie. The movie, yeah.
Exact, the
Because there's
non-Snyder cut.
animated movies. There's the animated movies,
Yeah.
which they do a great job with.
The real one, like the
That's some
live
bad
action one,
CG in that
basically.
movie.
That one was it was okay, but it was not.
I
thought
watched it.
with
I liked
thought
the
with
funny parts.
Josh Whedon they were gonna do a better job because Josh Whedon directed the first Avengers movie, and I'm thought okay this looks like it could be this might be a lot better because they did a lot of reshoots, but apparently like I think it was
He changed
just
the tone
he changed
entirely
it
was the
too
problem.
much, and I'm actually looking forward to the Snyder cut because apparently Darkseid is in it. And talk about a guy that can keep secrets. The actor that played Darkseid kept that a secret for like 3 years that he played Darkseid.
They paid him, and then they probably paid him more just to don't say anything.
Like, yeah, don't say anything that you're Darkseid.
Your NDA still remains.
Or he's just loyal.
Or like, because if you watch Justice League, when Steppenwolf is talking to the parademons, he's all like, for Apocalypse, and then he whispers, for Darkseid. I'm like, that's not how that works.
You say dark side. Screw
Darkseid,
Apocalypse.
Darkseid. All hell, because he says all hell Apocalypse. But it's all hell
Who's the
Darkseid.
planet?
Yeah, well, he's part of the kingdom of Apocalypse. Or whatever you want to call it.
It's Apocalypse is their like war planet, but you say it's all for Darkseid. They don't say that in the animated parts, and they don't say them in the comics because no one praises your war planet. You praise Apocalypse, or you play Darkseid because he'll kill you if he wants to.
Oh, Justin's making fun of the fact that I'm always bitching. No, because, like, damn it. Because I expected a lot from the Justice League movie. I'm like, oh my god, finally, we're going to get the Justice League movie I've wanted since I was a kid. I've always wanted a Justice League movie. I always wanted a Batman, Superman live-action movie. Avengers...
We kind of got that.
We had never gotten a superhero movie to where there were other superheroes from other franchises in it that I can think of right off the bat.
Nothing that had established superheroes that you could actually go and watch another movie.
Well, like
with them in
has
it.
there actually ever been like a real cinematic universe?
I mean, not for superheroes, no.
Like
But
okay,
they have.
and
People
I'm not
go
talking
and they
about like
connect
sequels.
universes later.
Like everything has to have a cinematic universe now, though.
But since Marvel did it, I don't recall any because now they try to connect other ones. Like 21 Jump Street is technically in the MIB universe because they had a script for it, but they never released that version of the film.
Is it?
Yeah, they wanted to do after 22 Jump Street, and they planned on doing one after the one with Hemsworth, but that one did horrible, so they just canned it. They wanted to do a connective one. So
There was,
technically,
but
those are connected.
technically they were going to combine Transformers with GI Joe. They were talking about it because they were the same. They were Universal,
Or
right?
Hasbro.
And they were
It's,
Hasbro and Universal.
yeah.
They were the same movie distribution company. So they were talking about combining the two, which doesn't make any sense at all. Like none.
GI Joe would have taken care of those Decepticons.
What about Split? Split is
That's
in
a
like
connected
a
one.
That's a connected
Yeah, in
one.
like a
That,
little
that's like the
universe of its
real first connected one, but it didn't have like Split didn't
It was
have like
connected afterwards.
after
because
the
Marvel
after
already had their
already
group.
established.
Unbreakable came out first, but it wasn't a universe yet. Then Marvel did their amazing thing, so all these production companies we want a universe where we can make all these movies together. And
Like in Japan, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Space Sheriff Gavin, they're all connected. But
all
that's
your
not
Super
cinematic.
Sentai things.
Yeah. Super Sentai's cool.
Are there any like universes you'd want to see connected? Like you think would be like really cool to be connected together?
Like for a big time movie.
Just like a whole thing like just completely coming together, yeah. Like when Law and Order did they combined all the different shows and just threw them together like when they did
I like
that.
crossover. Crossover episodes are fun, but like for movies.
Yeah, I like crossover episodes too, but like I don't like them at the same time because someone's got to take the L. Like King Kong versus Godzilla is coming out. Who's gonna lose? I don't want Kong to lose.
Good point. Didn't they already do that?
They did it. They
that.
did it
Yeah.
a long time ago, like in the 60s or 70s.
They had two different endings to it too, depending on where the movie came out.
I thought
They
it
had
was-
one where King Kong won and one where Godzilla won.
I think it was always Godzilla won it first, and then King Kong won the rematch.
What if they just Batman versus Superman it, and they just team up to kill something
Martha.
else?
King Kong just goes, Martha! Why did you say that name? Who is Martha?
They actually made
What
fun
is
of that.
Martha?
They made fun of that in the Teen Titans Go movie, where they're fighting. Like, what's your mom's name, Martha? Oh, mine too. They're all hugging. What's your father's name?
Oh God. Which one?
But if we have to really think about like what universes I would like to see connected, I gotta look at my movies again.
It's got this wall of just things. What's the comment? Comments. What do you got?
No, they don't got shit. They're trolling.
I want to see what they got though.
Unfortunately, the weather's messing with a lot of people's internet. King Kong and Godzilla stop their fight and then point to the WrestleMania sign at the true big bad, and then cut to the credits. Oh, that would be so horrible. I would like to see a live-action Ninja Turtles and Batman movie.
Oh God. Oh no.
We got an animated one, and it was pretty good.
I think we just want to see good live action DC movies, and not just good animated ones.
Well, okay.
What did you think of
Shazam?
Suicide Squad? Okay.
I didn't like the first one. It just it focused I like Captain Boomerang. I love Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad, but
You just like drunk Australians.
I think they focused way too much on Jared Leto's Joker, on Harley Quinn, and they focus too much on Will Smith's Deadshot. I like Will Smith's Deadshot,
Yeah.
but like he was like the main focus, like because he got paid the most.
Top billing.
And Jared Leto's Joker just sucked. It looked like
I kind of liked it.
I didn't. It looked like a grown-up Macaulay Culkin on crack.
But he
Well,
didn't
just
get a
his
whole, he didn't get a
attitude.
whole movie. The other Jokers got like whole movies to establish themselves, and Suicide Squad was a bait and switch.
No, but I just
Well,
didn't
they
like...
were just like establishing Harley Quinn. You know, like it was just an entire setup, pretty much to like set up for her own movie.
Joker is not
Like,
the kind of
pretty much.
person that would allow somebody to put tattoos all over his body.
Yeah,
He'd do it himself.
like he got his whole face removed and put it back on.
Right.
He probably just did the tattoos himself.
That
I wanna
no,
see-
because in some of the positions, there's no way you can. Otherwise,
got
it'd be
little
all kinds
hands.
of messed up.
Yeah,
What
they
made
were-
sense about that movie, though? What did make sense about
The
that movie?
Australian was drunk. That makes sense.
He like sneaks off. There's one scene where they're fighting. He just sneaks off and opens a beer and starts drinking it.
I want to see a video game cinematic universe. I want Sonic to cross over with Detective Pikachu, and we'll call it Smash Brothers.
Oh my god, no! You're one of them.
I want to see it.
no.
I want to see that clusterfuck of a thing.
No, okay. Let's go back to the Suicide movie. Let's address something that's been bothering me for a while. So, Batman's got Deadshot, Joker, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, right? These are some pretty big time badass villains. The Flash is fast. The Flash has traveled through time. He's traveled through universes. He moves faster than Superman. Flash moves so fast that time itself stands still. And yet, one of his villains is a man with a boomerang.
That's part of the joke about Flash's entire, what's it called, Rogues Gallery. None of them have any chance against him.
They
That's
couldn't-
why they usually team up all against him just to make it an interesting fight.
Yeah,
It's
but
usually over in a few seconds.
like the Ice Killer Frost makes a little sense.
It's Captain Cold.
No, there's one called Killer
Oh, yeah.
Frost.
Killer Frost
Really?
is in. Is that his Rogues Gallery though?
Yeah, she's a villain. It is his, and then in the live action show, she becomes a part of Team Flash.
Yeah, I just didn't think that. I don't remember Killer Frost being part of originally his one, but
I don't like.
yeah, you gotta. None of his villains are strong enough to beat him. His only weakness is he's fat. His weakness is his greatest strength. He's fast. I don't know
Captain
how
Cold
that
like
works.
had him for a second.
Have you Sole Cos? Have you seen Arrow, the Green Arrow show?
Yes, I have. Yes,
What
I
did you
have.
think of it? Did you like it?
I kind of liked it. I liked the Flash more, honestly. Like I started watching I started watching Green Arrow, and then like I eventually just started binging the Flash instead. However, like one of my favorite episodes is when they did a crossover of the two shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like that had to be my favorite. Like that was really cool. Like when I can't remember what he got hit with, like, but he started turning into just like a dick, and
I think it was Rainbow Man or something hit him where his entire perspective is like red kryptonite for Superman, but for Flash,
yeah,
he just became evil and an asshole. And Oliver
Yeah.
Queen had to fight him one-on-one,
yep.
and basically
the
just hold
van
him
and
off
everything.
long enough until it wears
that
off.
that was one of my favorite episodes. That was really cool. And after that, like the show just tapered off a bit for me, so I just like kind of discontinued it. But like I stayed with Arrow for a while. Like I knew up to the point where it got like where everything started going good for him, and then he started like lying all the like the show started falling apart for Oliver Queen himself. Like that's where I got to, and then just kind of like got off of that one as well.
I don't know if you've seen the first season, like when it first started, like whenever before he was known as Green Arrow
He was the
or
Hood.
the Arrow, he was the Hood. So whenever he's working out, like I don't know who the hell directed this show. So I tried to get into it. So every time he's working out, he's like doing this little pull-up
salmon
thing.
ladder.
Yeah, he's doing the
Yes, that you go up and
yeah
up and up.
up and down.
Yeah,
and down.
yeah.
So they're always
Yeah.
like, when he's doing this workout, they zoom in right on his abs for like an uncomfortable amount of time.
Hell
And
yeah!
this is every time he does the workout scene.
If I had abs like that, I would want that to be on my
Yeah,
abs
but
the
they
entire
zoom
time.
in and you can like see all the sweat and everything, and I'm just like, God damn it.
They need the appeal to be there. They're like, oh, you kind of don't want to watch the show anymore. Here's some abs to tide you over.
That made me
If I
not
had
want to
all
watch
of our
the show
Queen
even
I
more.
would never wear a shirt.
Like, who are
The
you?
Flash was pretty good.
I'm like, and I was watching the Arrow show, and I was like, who are you catering to? Because this does not make me want to keep watching it.
Honestly, it got to the point where I just didn't know anymore. Because every show has that period where it's like an awkward spell where they're
Jump
just
the shark moment where they try to get you over the hump.
Yeah.
yeah, like just this huge build up, and then like even Supernatural did it, where the whole season 7 with the Leviathan and all that, even that was one of the points for that show where that happened. Where it was
Season
just
6
kind
for
of,
Supernatural.
unnecessary.
Season 6 for Supernatural is actually, I believe, the worst one. And I say this because they even make fun of it during the show. Because there's an episode where they travel to our universe and they find out they're actors in a TV show.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And the director's like, he's rolling his eyes. He's like, ugh, season 6.
I just read the comments, and Trunks commented, "When is Yu-Gi-Oh gonna cross over with Saw?"
Why?
Oh no.
They had that one episode
Why
where it did
is
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh still a thing?
'Cause they gotta sell those cards.
Those cards,
The mobile game came out.
I tried to get back into the card game, and they're like pendulum summoning, synchro summoning, XYZ summoning.
I keep up with it because I'm a super nerd about that, and it was my growing up phase.
Okay, then
but-
explain what the fuck is pendulum summoning.
Okay, you gotta understand, you need the levels of monsters. That's a basic thing. They have those stars on the top of them. Those are
Right,
levels.
okay. I'm not...
Pendulum is it's like a magic card and a monster put together, and that is a pendulum.
Why
It's a
did
dumb
you
mechanic.
Why did you bring up the first part then when it has nothing to do with the monster?
Because
You know what? You've already lost me. I don't give a shit
I
anymore.
can't explain this in one podcast. It's impossible.
I don't need
Takes
to know
years
what
of
pendulum
practice.
summoning is. I don't want to know what
It's-
pendulum summoning is. Pendulum summoning
It's
sounds
dumb
like
anyway.
we're running out of shit to do. What do we? We're gonna throw a dart at a bunch of ideas. Whatever it lands on, that's what we're gonna go with.
Imagine it's like getting the Smash Ball on Smash Brothers, where it's super broken and really powerful. They made that as a mechanic where it's really broken, and then like 3 years later, it's like, oh shit, they had
So
to
let me go. So
errata the entire
you
thing.
pretty much described it as okay. It's like when you go to Wendy's and you get the 4 for 4 deal, and they give you a burger, a drink, some fries, and then they come out and kick you in the dick.
Yes, sure, that's pretty accurate. Only it's your opponent doing that to you whenever they fucking just.
I was
Kill
accurate. I
you.
was making a joke.
Yeah, only your opponent's the one who got the 4 for 4, and then they get to kick you in the dick.
And what the hell is speed dueling?
I have no fucking clue. That's something. The latest season of Yu-Gi-Oh is a speed duel thing. I think they did it to cater to kids with no attention span, and I have no idea what
I've
it
seen
is.
that shit last 2 or 3 turns. Okay, it's my turn. Game's over. I'm like, what?
That's also modern day Yu-Gi-Oh. That
That's
usually
like
lasts
it's like
3
playing
turns.
a fighting game with someone that doesn't let you hit the ground and they've whipped your ass the whole
They
time.
just bounce you the entire
Like they
time.
bounce you the whole time. I'm like, damn man, at least let me hit the floor and get up.
That's
They
like the
start with
entire
their combo
experience
bar.
of Ninja Storm.
The Naruto
Shit.
game on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the entire experience of like Ninja Storm. Like if you get specific characters, like I think Minato, there's literally a move that's just completely busted where he just keeps like kicking you over and over and over again, and you can defeat pretty much any character by doing that, and that's like it. That's that.
That builds up like your combo and it bounces them probably. Some broken mechanic they didn't think
What?
of when they made it.
By the way,
Shit.
Black Sonic, are you working today? I need food.
Pandering to the crowd.
Pandering to the crowd. Oh no, he's probably not working because it's storming. I forgot there's a hurricane outside.
Just Texas things.
Texas things, remember, and that's the
I'm
that's
looking
the
at
whole. And
hurricanes up
that's
here. I don't know
why
what your problem
that's
is.
why so many of the conventions are over the top here in this state. Texas, that's right. We got to get her done. Like, what are we gonna do? We gonna have
Oh God.
we gonna have beer, cosplayers. We gonna have drugs.
beer.
We gonna have bitches.
Hurricanes.
We need horses,
Eric,
hurricanes.
ride a horse.
We need to have more COVID patients than any other state in the country.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Our numbers of COVID patients all bigger.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
You are required to wear a mask. Are you sure about that? You know what? Fuck it. We don't really need one. The numbers are already too way up.
Past that point
cares?
now.
Just
Go
past
say
the point
it.
of giving a shit. Do I need a mask? You know what? I probably have corona too, dude. You're good. Just fuck.
I went into Walmart and someone had asked. They had the mask in their hand and they had asked, "Do you require the mask?" And the lady even says, like, "We do require it. It is officially a law that you have to do right now, but we can't really enforce it all that much." And so the lady just walks in and is like, "Why? You're just letting them go in. You could say no, you can't come in. Walmart's not going to lose all their business from not letting one person in their stupid building."
Actually, they can, because if you serve customers without a mask in the state of Texas, you pay $1,000 fine.
Right. All their employees are wearing masks.
Right. No,
They're
but
letting
the
people
customers,
in.
they can't let people in. You can't have customers in your business because there's $1,000 fine per customer without a mask. And trust
You hear
me,
that, Walmart?
trust
Put
me,
your
that
masks
customer's not about to spend $1,000 so you can make up that payment.
I don't know. They should enforce it stronger anyway, because no redneck's not going to go to Walmart.
Well,
They're not going to take their business to Target.
In Houston,
They won't let 'em in either.
it is in Houston. I don't know about the rest of Texas. In Houston, though, it is $1,000 $1,000 fine per customer. Because
I wear a mask.
Because I think the judge and the mayor here made that a rule in Houston. I guess that's probably why we have less cases in San Antonio. I don't know. And then here's the thing. So you don't know this, but there's an anime convention here in Houston, Texas, in less than 22 days. I want to say 22 days away. 22 days away. Delta H Con at the Houston Marriott West Chase on July 17th through the 19th.
Are they actually doing it?
Yeah, they are still going. 22 days away. They have not announced that they're postponing or canceling. They are going full force into it. And you know what sucks is they're forcibly shutting down a lot of businesses in Houston. They're forcibly shutting down a lot of businesses in Texas. A lot of businesses are going out of business. So
That is insane.
I'm a redneck, and I'll have you know I shop at H-E-B and Target. That is the whitest thing I've ever heard.
I like going to Target. I don't know what I want there. I just go there. Like, ooh, nice. I could use some rugs.
I like Target because they respect your personal
Nice.
space there.
Nice stuff there.
Like at Walmart, somebody's always like right behind you trying to see what you're buying, what you're getting.
There's been so
Like,
many
go to
times where I
Walmart.
like looked back and I'm like, do you not see the sign on the floor? This isn't a gas station. I get it's a Walmart, but can you please just like get your Corona ass away from me?
They've got
Like
the
there's
one-way
a
shopping
floor
stuff.
sign.
They have those one-way shopping arrows. I appreciate it, but I hate having to go down like 3 aisles to go down one so I can come back to go the other way. But I'll do it. And then I see their employees not go the thing. They just turn the corner. It's like,
They're just watching you on the camera like run around like a rat
Look
in a
at this-
maze and just
look at this
enjoying
idiot.
themselves. Literally, they're like, oh, he's following the arrows. Look at him go.
I'm going to get that cheese.
One
They
comment.
just put a big cheese at the end.
Walmart
Cheese
sucks,
here.
to be honest. It really does. I went to Walgreens. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Walgreens, and it was empty. I was able to get everything I needed. Yeah, it's like $1 more, but I was like, fuck it. At least nobody's like right behind me.
Not gonna die.
Or bothering you, yeah. Like just like I know a lot of people that have started doing like Walmart pickup, where they just like as long as it's $30 and over, you just like park in the space and you can literally get everything you ever wanted. You just like sit there, they load up your car and you leave. Or they deliver toilet paper to your door.
Nice. Yeah, people need to do more. People need to do more, like more businesses need to do like where they'll ship it to your house. Like some businesses are willing to FaceTime or video chat with you, Skype, FaceTime, whatever you have. They're willing to do that and shop for you and then bring it out to you or deliver it to you. It's because there's a lot of people that don't want to wear the mask, or they say they can't wear the mask because of a medical condition. A lot of times people will say the medical thing. Half of the time it's real, half of the time it's bullshit.
Yeah, because I know one of my coworkers has like seizures and stuff. She wears a mask. Another one of my coworkers has asthma. He wears a mask. And I know another person has asthma and they wear like one as well. And like I've had people say like, "Oh, I have a condition. I can't wear one." And I'm like, "I gotta turn you down anyway. Like I'm sorry." And like it was just this one funny incident where the dude like, it's a restaurant and he looks over at another table and people are sitting down and eating. And he's like, "Well, why don't they have to wear a mask?" And I'm like, "Sir, they're sitting down and eating." He's like, "Yeah, so what's the logic of it?" I'm like, "Bro." I'm like, the logic is they're sitting down and eating and you're not. So, like, put it on or leave. Like, I can't, like, do it. And he kept asking for the logic of it. It's like, there's a virus. You're in front of food where we serve. Like, the logic of it is you could sneeze, you could cough, and you're just openly doing this, and they're sitting down and eating far away from the food. And he's like, "Fine, I'll leave then. My medical condition, I'll go get a cop." And I'm like, "Sir, just calm down, please." Literally, it's just like, "Okay, bye then." Like, that's how it works in this time. It says it all over. Like, just put one on.
You don't have to explain yourself. It's like,
That's
this
right.
is our
From now
rule.
on, in order to watch the podcast, you got to wear a mask.
Gotta go
I'm
get
sorry,
my
it's
mask
just
out of the
required. Has to be an anime mask as well.
Ooh, then I can't watch my own podcast.
car. Mine's based. It's modeled after a Mortal Kombat style. So
I bought There's a lady in my neighborhood that was selling face masks, and I bought a Black Panther mask. I'm a huge fan of Black Panther. I love. I saw the movie. It's
just the face mask part.
Well, I bought the helmet. It's on its way.
I wish you wear helmets.
It's gonna
Put the
go with
microphone
my other helmets. Like,
inside
I
the
have
helmet.
I have an open spot in my helmet section.
For now, until you get more Gokus.
No, the helmets are different. The helmets are helmets.
They have their own spot.
Let me show you. I will show you. It is dark in my room, so I got it. No. I got it.
It's like our third room tour today. Nice.
Okay, so my
I know.
PlayStation is
We're gonna
mounted.
map out his entire room.
So see right there how my PlayStation is mounted on the side of this?
Yes.
Because I bought a mount, and they sell mounts for that.
Nice.
So those are my Power Ranger helmets, and those are my Marvel helmets. And my
Oh,
Star
there's that open
Wars.
spot.
That open spot for Black Panther.
That movie was good.
That movie was
That
great.
movie was really good.
That movie was amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. And I love it. It made such an impression with me that I have a Black Panther t-shirt, and I got the helmet on its way. And I have a face mask now. I just love it. Oh, technical difficulties. What happened? What'd you drop?
My mic.
Your mic?
Because I'm not using a desk or anything. I have the thing strapped to it.
That's right. You're on the toilet.
That's right. I have a dresser in my bathroom.
Wait, is that a wireless mic?
I'll hold it like a professional.
Is that a wireless mic? Oh, boo. Why don't you get good and
Is
get a
yours
mic
a
like
wireless
me?
mic?
No. But it's on a stand.
Why are
It's
you
not-
booing me?
It's on a
Mine
stand.
was on a stand, but it's not on anything that'll hold
Yeah,
it.
but my stand's
All my
not-
tools are at my other job.
If you haven't noticed, the stand is not like attached to my desk. It's above. It's on my bookshelf.
Yes, I don't have a shelf. I have this weird angled thing that I've been trying to hold it onto. And I gotta
So
make
it's
I
not
just
on
gotta
the
draw
desk.
the stupid thing.
I have room on my desk for Gatorade Chan.
Yay, Gatorade Chan.
Gatorade Chan's back. Oh, Gatorade.
Is it the
Chan.
same bottle?
Yes, I've been holding on to the same bottle. Actually,
You
no.
can't complain about the joke if you keep holding on to it.
No, actually, this is not the same bottle.
What flavor is it?
This is the other one was like lemon. This is blue, cool blue.
It's senpai flavored.
What the hell is?
Senpai flavor.
I don't know. I made a random joke.
Jesse, did you
I
know
got
they
this.
tried to cancel Michael B. Jordan because he dated white girls? Why did they try to do that? Wait, why? What?
Like cancel him? How?
Because he dated Caucasian women.
Like what was he doing? Something that they were to cancel something for, or are they just protesting him?
Well, no, Michael B. Jordan is a black man
Yeah.
dating white women.
So how do you cancel him?
That's how, because he was dating white women. That's the thing they had the issue with.
Okay. Was he scheduled to do something and they canceled his appearance, or
No.
Like, how do you
Like
cancel?
brand drops?
It's called cancel culture. Cancel
Okay.
culture is where you try to ruin somebody's career.
Okay.
So they're
I was
getting
just
less. They're
confused on
getting
that.
less gigs. They're getting less bookings. They're getting less roles. They're getting less support.
It's like a shadow ban, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I was just confused.
I
on
don't
that.
have an issue with him dating white women, like, or women outside of his race. I don't have an issue with anyone dating outside their race. There's nothing wrong, and I don't understand that. Like, there's a lot of older people that like look down on you, and it's not just older people. There are people my age. For some reason, there are a small group of people that look down on others that date outside their race. Like, oh, you're messing with the culture, or you're messing with this and that. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Trust me, I get that more than anybody. Obviously. Obviously, I get that more than anybody.
Well, I mean, it sucks. The reason why I have issues with it, because I have I have a daughter who is half white. She's a year and 3 months old. Her name is Zelda, and she is half Hispanic, half white. She is half Latina or whatever, Latino, Hispanic, Latinos. We have the Aztec Mayan ancestry. We also have our Spanish ancestry. We have a lot of ancestors because our entire culture is like the U.S. culture. It's a melting pot of different races and cultures. But I have no issues with people dating outside their race. There's nothing wrong with it. And I've seen people like with children that are like there was this lady, her father was like racist as shit, but she had a daughter that was like half black, and like he like stopped being racist because he loved his granddaughter more than he loved his own daughter. So there are stories to where people change the way they see the world based on like their children or their grandchildren. So I don't I just don't get that. Why would people bitch about something as like minuscule as that? Like, people are allowed to date who they want. Like, the cosplay community is very guilty of being very judgmental.
For real. Absolutely. Trust me, I get that. Like, I've had a lot of problems. Well, like, I don't have those problems anymore, but I used to have a good amount of problems, like, obviously because I play a white character. Or,
Wait,
like,
who
pretty
the
much
hell-
a lot of the characters I play are
Ashido?
white and they're not.
Wait,
I'm
who
not.
did you play that was?
She's pink.
Wait, who did you play that was
I play
white?
Sasuke. I play
Sasuke's
Sasuke from
Japanese.
Boruto.
Sasuke
I know, and that's
is
what
like
a lot of people have said.
He's an
Yeah,
emo.
like-
It doesn't count as anything.
Well, no, like, a lot of people were, like, obviously saying, like, that's just basically what they default to, is they're like, he's white, you're not, you shouldn't be playing this character.
He
And
has
I'm like-
one arm. You have two. Oh no.
Well, yeah, I've gotten that too, like, in some of my videos, just when I'm messing around, or, like, when I went to the con, like, obviously, I can't drive with only, one hand, like, safely. Like, people are like, well, why do you have a second arm? I'm like, I don't have a second person with me to help my crippled ass around if I only have one arm. Or they're just like, yeah, like the comments are like, why are you playing somebody that's white when you're not? And it took me back for a minute, and I'm like, damn, like, this really sucks. But then I got into, like, I started realizing that there are a lot of, like, people of color cosplayers, and they're like, they don't stand for that. They're like, this is unacceptable. Just like the, date who you want, play who you want. Like, it doesn't matter what skin color you are. Just have fun, enjoy yourself. And, like, whoever is judging you obviously does not deserve to watch you or, like, be anywhere near you or your content. Like, if they're just going to be hateful or just not be positive about it or judgmental, like, then just get out of here. Like, completely. There's too much hatred and too many people who have been, like, pushed to the brink because they're stressing with people saying, you shouldn't be playing this character because of this, and that. And that's also why I, like, went to an extreme point of deciding to do a complete and total complexion change. And I actually managed to accomplish that. I was able to completely change my complexion, and it was due to getting a lot of hate, honestly. Like, that's why I did it. And then eventually, once I grew out of, like, realizing be who you are, I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to keep this. I'm still going to do, like, the complexion change, not because of all the hatred, but because, you know what the hell? It expresses talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like with Mina, with the painting and all that and all the time it takes, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it into something positive. I'm still going to, be a person of color cosplaying no matter what, but, like, make it positive. Like, be there for other people. Like, there are tons of, communities that are just absolutely supportive of people of color. And, like, with all the stuff going on, like, that's coming out even more. And, like, I'm just glad that the cosplay community is growing into, like, better people, like, more positivity towards people of color. Like, the community was kind of trash for people of color for a minute, but it's gotten, like, waves and waves better. Like, I'm not getting that negativity anymore.
That's the one thing I don't agree with is, I don't think it's gotten better. Like, when I first joined, there were a lot of black cosplayers that cosplayed whatever they wanted. Like, there's a picture of me and a Sasuke, and he's a black dude cosplaying Sasuke, but we're taking photos together. Like, we're recreating the fight between Sasuke and Naruto. And, like, I noticed that, like, as I got older, like, there started being some issues with people of color playing certain characters, or people that were Caucasian playing black characters. And then I noticed that it died down a little, and I noticed it's picking back up. Like, I think because of the movement right now that's going on, like the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and like I've said before, our page is like 100% in support of. We do support the movement, Black Lives Matter. We even did a podcast about it, but there seems to be like a lot of negativity right now, and there's always been negativity in the cosplay community. People for different body, like, oh, you don't have the body type for that cosplay, you don't have the height for that cosplay, you don't have the skin tone for that cosplay. Oh, you're not attractive. You're too attractive. Oh, you're a fake nerd.
Cosplay is riddled with just controversy.
Here's the thing, like, and it really pisses me off because, as a person growing up, as an individual growing up, like, speaking from my experience growing up, being born in a Mexican household, Mexican community, I hung around people that were like me, like also Spanish-speaking Mexicans, and you couldn't be open about it. And I had friends that were black too, and like they always hung out, like you always try to like hang out with your group, because I went to a school that was like, I don't want to say, I'm just gonna say it was ghetto as shit. And so in Houston, like a lot of people hung out like in their own little, or at least they tried to. And there was a lot of, it was weird, but like you couldn't be a nerd, like you couldn't be an anime fan, you couldn't be a nerd, you couldn't be like into comics or Power Rangers, or like people knew what Dragon Ball Z was. They knew, they had heard of it, like, because it was a violent cartoon, so like a lot of people did watch that, like, because it was considered acceptable in the hood. But like if you were still into Pokemon and you were like 15, then that was unacceptable. Like you got your ass kicked. Like, people made fun of you. They would beat you up. It was all kinds of shit. And like, it's so crazy because as a nerd, as somebody that was a geek growing up, I loved comics. I loved Power Rangers. I loved Ninja Turtles. Obviously, I love Dragon Ball Z. I love all these things. And like, I just couldn't be open about it though, because like, I didn't want people making fun of me. I didn't want people messing with me. And people already messed with me about the Dragon Ball Z stuff because it was already, it was, no, I mean, I'm talking about in high school. Like, it was obvious that I was obsessed with it. But I didn't show it as much in high school as I do now. But people always gave me shit for being into Dragon Ball Z so much. And so, like, you know, as geeks and nerds, we wanted people to respect us for who we were. We wanted people to accept us and respect us for what we liked. Because not all of us liked MTV. Not all of us liked, you know, like doing the random shit. Like when I was growing up, when I was in high school, I don't think Jersey Shore was a thing just yet. Like nobody liked that Jersey Shore. Like I didn't like that Jersey Shore shit. I didn't want to see people just drink and go out and act stupid. I mean, I could do that at a convention.
You have that all down.
We wanted
that's real life,
right? And we wanted respect. We wanted people to respect us. We wanted people to accept us for who we were. And in this community, we have issues accepting other people for who they are or for what they like or what they want to do. Like, oh, well, that chick is a fake nerd because she's super attractive, and I guarantee you she doesn't know, like, she can't name like 50 video games off the top of her head. Like, nobody gives a shit. If you like it, just because somebody likes it doesn't mean they have to know every detail about that thing. Like, if somebody likes Batman because it looks cool, then that makes them a Batman fan. They don't have to know like what Batman had for breakfast or what color underwear Batman wears.
Black.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's black.
Everything is
black and different dark shades of gray. That's what Lego taught me.
Right. Well, no. Pokemon fans were made fun of a lot, but as the nerds became older, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe helped so much, and cosplay has helped so much. Because being a nerd now is the cool thing. Like, if you don't know about all this stuff going on, you're like, where the fuck have you been? Right? Like, oh, I don't know anything about Marvel or superheroes. Everybody, even the non-nerds turn around like, dude, who the like, get off your fucking high horse, man. Marvel's awesome. Marvel rocks. Jennifer Aniston, everybody thinks she's super attractive. Everybody loved her. She said one bad thing about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and everyone turned on her.
Good point.
It hasn't been her day, her week, or even her year.
It's sickening to see, like, we are a community of people that wanted to be accepted, and yet we're constantly at each other's throats for any little thing. Maybe because a lot of people growing up, they're like, they're always drooling over a cosplayer that shows like that does the risque photo shoots or whatever. There's nothing wrong with doing those kind of photo shoots, but there's like, didn't you get like the creepy guys, the creepy factor, like, oh, hey, I'll give you like $5,000 for like a picture of your feet. Which
I'll do it.
I don't want to see your feet. I don't want to see them either. I don't want to see anybody's feet. That's gross. Maybe
honestly, like, people.
No, go ahead.
People
I was waiting for you to talk. I was waiting for you to talk.
All right, so like, I get that completely. Like, it seems like some people think the only reason to get popular, and not just like cosplayers themselves, just people normally, normal people think that if you're a female, you have to like get a Patreon and like start showing your body to get real fans, and to like get and OnlyFans to get real money or real exposure. And like, it's very true. I can see that it's true. Like, if you do that, you're gonna get fans immediately. And taking like what I call like the honest route, which is just like, instead of like going to cons, like going to 20 a year, like posting pictures and videos constantly, doing shoots, like putting a lot of time and a lot of effort, which they still do, but like it takes a lot more and a lot more work to get more exposure if you're not doing stuff like that. And I know like somebody that came to me and they're like, well, why don't you do that? Like, easily you'll get fans, easily you'll get, you know,
It's not
like
the fans you
honest
want.
clout. And I'm like, that's just not, I'm like, that's not the route I want to go. Like, I'll spend, you know, $1,000 making up all this entire thing and get maybe like 500 or like whatever back. I didn't get into this for attention. I mean, that's why I initially never signed up for social media. I did this because it was fun. Like, I did this because I wanted to just see where my artistic talent would take me. I took pictures. I enjoy doing this. It was, and still is, like, more of a hobby. I really don't care about, like, making money. I just really want to make people's day, honestly. I like people see it and they're like, holy shit, that's cool. Like, that looks exactly like the character I care about, and, like, do different scenarios and different costumes, and just, like, yeah, because, like, cosplaying can brighten somebody's day, or, like, making videos and stuff and, like, making them hilarious, or just embodying that character. Like, I love it. Like, I don't need to make money off of it. I don't need to sell my body. I just want to enjoy it, and I want everybody around me to enjoy it. Like, that's why I joined social media, to just be positive about the entire thing.
I honestly don't. I want to get back into cosplay again. I was talking to one of my friends, and I want to do more cosplays. I do have a list of cosplays that I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, like, what I really do for cosplay, whenever we go to a con, is I just put on a poncho and sombrero and just walk around the con floor. Like, seriously, I went to a con. I went to All Con, and I'm wearing my T-Rex cosplay, and I'm like drinking. I'm like pretending to drink water out of the swimming pool, and no one like noticed me. No one batted an eye. I was just trying to be funny, and I was trying to make somebody laugh, but nobody gave a shit. So I'm like, okay, I guess since nobody gives a shit, because I admit I was just trying to make some people laugh, but it didn't work. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? This costume is hot as fuck. I'm gonna go put on my poncho and sombrero and start partying. So I do that. I go to my hotel room, change into my King Mexico, and then as soon as I walk out to the very same area, the pool area with the jacuzzi where everybody's drinking, I get mobbed by like 20 people. It's you! It's and then this one cosplayer dude who's like really good looking. He's only got like a 6-pack, and he's got like, and everybody's like taking his photos, and everybody's like paying attention to him. He comes up to me, dude, you inspired me so much. I'm like, really? To be an alcoholic?
Exactly.
I
Liquid
have a
courage.
poncho just like that at home.
You know, he's talking about like his party has stepped up, and like, because I teach people, like, who gives a shit? Because I've almost gotten into fist fights with guests.
The DJ dude.
Not just the DJ.
Oh, the DJ.
Voltaire was one
Yeah.
of the guests I almost got into a fist fight with. No, but like at Anime Austin, I saw 2 of my friends, and I'm like, hey, how you guys doing? And then the third guy, he was a little flamboyant. He's like, he gives me an attitude. He's like, well, like, why are you in this conversation? And I'm like, because I came to say hi to my friends. Because I came to say hi to my friends. He's like, why are you talking to me like that? Because you talk to me like that. I'm like, he's like, do you got a problem? Yes, I do. Do you want to step outside and talk about this? I was like, let's go, bitch. I will fight you. Like, I told him, like, let's go outside and we can talk about this right now. He's like, I don't have time for this. And he turns around and walks away. I'm like, fucking asshole. I'm like, my friend's like, what happened? I don't know. I was just talking to somebody, and then someone decided to be a little bitch about it. And I said it out loud and called him out. That's my problem. I will get confrontational with people. I don't care.
The drop of a sombrero.
That's right. I almost got into a fist fight with Voltaire. Voltaire is the guy that's made a lot of music for cartoons like Billy and Mandy. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh, wow.
He called me a dirty Mexican, so I got in his face and we almost got into a fight. He's a terrible human
So
being.
disappointing.
You
That
don't
is so
talk to the king of
disappointing.
Mexico that way.
Like, I was ready to throw hands. The con chair was like, because I told him, dude, I'm here as press, and I'm totally going to, and I told him, like, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to give your ass, like, the shittiest review I can think of. And so he told the con chair that I was going to give the con a bad review. And I'm like, no, Sarah, I love your con, I love the con, I'm gonna give the con a good review. It's already done really
Give him
well.
a bad review.
I'm gonna give Voltaire a bad review, Sarah, because I don't know if you. I know he already told you, but me and him almost got into a fist fight last night because he called me a dirty Mexican during the formal dance. So, I was like, I ain't gonna take that shit lying down. We can throw hands. He's like, well, I'm Hispanic too. I don't give a shit what you are. I will still whip your ass.
Fun times at cons.
Only in Texas.
So you've been cosplaying for 7 years, is what you said? And then initially?
Yeah. Initially, 7 years.
About how many cosplays do you say you can average making a year?
Like costumes entirely?
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to cosplay this, and is that going to last you that entire year? You're like, I'm going to make 4 costumes this year.
So
then...
what I plan on doing is I've already made 2 this year. Well, Sasuke was always like a Frankenstein, a work in progress. I've completed it, entirely, got all the props for it. Same thing for Mina. I finally, took me a good 6 months to complete it, so I have 2 down. My next cosplay is actually going to be Soul Eater Death the Kid. So I'm, getting all that stuff good to go. And then the next one is going to be Kurama from Naruto. So, I'm still working on costumes, still planning. It's just, sometimes it can be finicky. You just can't be sure if everything that comes to your doorstep is going to work out. But, I already have all, the list of what to buy. So, yeah, it's going to be Death the Kid and then Kurama from Naruto. So those are the next 2 steps I'm going to be taking.
Nice. What cosplays are you planning, Chase?
I was planning on making a cosplay this year, but COVID happened, so I said F that. It was Grog Strongjaw from the Critical Role podcast for D&D. I usually average 1 cosplay. I write that out for 2 or 3 years, and then I'll do something else. It's I did Nappa for 3 years, and then I did Armstrong for 3 years now. So it's time for me to do another one. But there's no conventions this year. I don't care. I'm not gonna do anything.
You can still make cosplays for shits and giggles or fun or whatever, or take photos. I had said this on Monday, or was it Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? It was one of those days. I want to do Cookie Monster, but with a tail and put spikes on him like Godzilla, and tear up some gingerbread houses.
You get cardboard and then use white caulking around the edge to make it look like it's the icing. So it's you can make it cheaper to scale and just destroy that stuff without having to care.
That is such a good idea. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna turn it into a video. I also want to remake my Megazord cosplay. That was probably my best cosplay I've ever done that I actually made. I think I want to redo
really
that
good
one.
Too.
I was actually featured on different panels, how to make your cosplay with cardboard, doing it right, and I think they had me on there.
Do you have any plans that you've been dreaming of for when your daughter is finally old enough to understand what cosplay is?
I have one. There's reason why I'm getting back into shape. I want to cosplay the Great Saiyaman again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cosplay the Great Saiyaman, and I want her to cosplay Baby Pan.
Yeah.
And I only have a year. I think I only have 6 months left to get back into shape before she's no longer a baby.
I did
Break it
Nappa,
out.
and my daughter was Vegeta, and we did that for a year. Because she comes up just above halfway through my thigh, so she's to scale. She was the right height for it at the time.
I think eventually I'm gonna dress her up like Peach. I'm gonna dress up as Bowser. And I'm gonna have her in a wagon, and put a sign on the side that says "Kidnapping Peach in progress."
Going to another castle.
That is perfect.
That
is absolutely perfect.
It's one of the cool things about being a parent. It sucks being it sucks being a single parent, but it's fun.
I'm a pet parent.
You're a pet parent?
You had a dog. I saw that dog before we started.
I got a dog, 2 cats, a snake, a gecko.
Ooh,
What are you running, a Petco from your house?
Literally, I'm running
it's
a
where the
Petco.
pets go.
Cute thing though, my gecko's name is Aang, and my snake's name is Katara.
I thought you were
pronounced
gonna say like, cute thing about my gecko, he will try to sell you car insurance.
Oh, he's straight up. He will as well, but his name is Aang. He'll try to sell you more than car insurance.
Are you saying he's a drug dealer?
He might be. I
We
mean,
will-
how do you think you're gonna get to that world? Like, he'll take you straight to the
we
anime
will,
world.
we will talk more after the podcast.
These vitamins.
Vitamins.
Listen, like he's slinging. Okay, he's slinging. Trust me.
Okay, well, it has been 2 hours and my butt's starting to hurt. Today was a little slower than normal, only because of the weather. Like, most of our listeners are in Houston, and unfortunately, a lot of people have lost power. Thank God the internet did not cut out today, because we were having the same issues yesterday, like in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
But we want to say this: we really enjoyed having you here. Like, we would like to invite you back.
I would not have a problem doing that whatsoever.
I have another cosplay guest tomorrow, so there's a chance I might. Oh my God, the doggy!
The dog is back. What's the dog's
He's
name?
been chilling. His name is Killian Jones from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, that's a good name.
The dog's like, why am
Oh,
I in
yeah.
the podcast?
Oh, you should see some of the videos I've made with him. He's a sport. Him and the cats work with me in them.
You should
Like
dress
her-
up as Velma and like take him around like Scooby.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. He's been my ninja hound on some of my videos. I have a little Naruto
Nice.
headband for him.
Oh, that works for Kakashi.
Yeah, I really wish I would have like done Kakashi instead of Sasuke, but it still works. I mean, I appreciate my Sasuke.
Definitely, we'll give you like a text. Maybe if you're open tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
the other, like, if you notice, our other co-hosts, all of them were like, we're busy, or we're tired, or no thanks.
And I'm the only person with no life after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, he was giving me shit like, oh, we're going to start at 7:30, huh?
I actually wasn't ready. It's like, shit. My
Yeah.
daughter wanted me to download Minecraft for her. I was like, ah, man, I got to go set up right now.
Oh, Minecraft is back.
Minecraft.
It's
Mexican,
still
the
going.
video game.
Oh no.
It is. It really is. Minecraft. Do you like doing manual labor and just building random shit? Minecraft.
Or do you want to
on
go
the-
in creator mode and like just build
Cheat.
6 mansions? Cheat, just
R.
cheat.
Minecraft. Feeling lazy as shit and don't feel like putting in the work? Creative mode. Build anything you
Creative
want.
mode.
Use the
Oh.
use the wool blocks to make anime pixelated characters. Minecraft.
It's Sims with less steps.
Available on every console, PC, Xbox One,
I
PlayStation
like-
4, Nintendo Switch, mobile app, and the toaster.
It's like you could get.
Don't
like-
forget your smart fridge as well. Just sit and play it on your smart
You
fridge
can
at
play
3
Minecraft
a.m.
now on the smart fridge and Alexa.
Smart fridge.
It hurts
The
to
leap-
do that voice.
Leap pad.
Fuck
Don't
the
forget the leapfrog pad.
The leapfrog pad thing was never a thing when I was growing up.
My daughter had
No.
that briefly, and then we lost
You're
the
lucky.
charging cable.
Just
so
be
I was
a
like, I'm
good
not buying more
parent.
batteries.
Just be a
I'm
good
not buying more
parent.
batteries for the piece of crap.
Just be a good parent and buy them a fucking Game Boy.
We let her play the 3DS every once in a while.
No,
Oh, I
you
love
got to
that
start them
3DS.
off with Game Boy.
She wants a phone. There's no chance in hell I'm buying her a phone before I got one.
Daddy, I want a phone. No, you get a calculator.
Okay, here. It's full of candy. It's perfect for you.
Just
Oh
pop it
no, I'd probably keep that one.
open. The Halloween candy fiasco.
Yes.
It's your phone bill. You eat some of the candy from it, and then you like give it to them every month.
All these phone bills are bullshit. They better give you candy.
That's right. I hate being an, I wish I can go back in time and kick my younger self in the ass. Like, I want to be an adult already. No, you fucking don't.
My daughter says that. She's like, I want to be an adult. It's like, no, you don't. Treasure
But
this.
it never
Take naps.
works. Like, it doesn't work until you're like 22 years old, sitting in a Taco Bell parking lot, contemplating your life with a Gordita Crunch.
How old are you?
22. Last night I was in a Taco Bell parking lot with a Gordita Crunch, just
This story
sad. Like,
sounds like it's kidding somewhere.
Like I was just like I said, I was sitting there, and then this red van rolled up. They popped a shot, and I'm like, so this is where I am in my life. It's like a gas station coffee.
You shouldn't contemplate your life until you're. Well, I guess this is a Texas.
You're not
thing.
30 yet.
It's a Texas
You're not
thing.
30.
It's a Texas thing, but like, you're like, hey man, what's up? Want to go hang out? All right, cool. Let's go hang out. Then we're walking around Walmart.
Yeah, it's like, let's go to Walmart.
Look, I'm from Minnesota originally, so
Ooh.
Walmart is Wally World back there.
I was wondering.
It's like it sounds like an amusement park.
Why do people call it Wally World though? Like I've heard one person.
It's a northern thing.
Yeah.
Because I have a family up in Kansas, and they say Wally World too. Well, they say that too.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
my family's from the fucking South. And when I say South, I don't mean like Texas or Arizona or these redneck states. I mean fucking south
The
of the
Rio
border.
Grande.
I mean south of the goddamn border. And we just got a Walmart like 10 years ago.
No, it was Wally World. Like, let's go to Wally World. Like, okay, like put on your tennies.
Put on your
Like,
Sunday
let's go.
best.
Like there's this video I was showing it to my dad yesterday, and it's about these Mexicans selling oranges. And then the girl comes up to the stand and she's like, "Hi, are these organic?" And the Mexican guy looks at his son and he's like, "¿Qué dijo?" And then he says in Spanish, "Oh, she asked if they're organic." And then he looks at his friend and he's like, "I don't know, they're from the backyard. What do I tell her? Tell her yes." Yes. And then he looks at her and just says, "Yes." "Oh, great. What kind of oranges are these?" And he's like, and then he looks at the son and he's like, "Oh, she wants to know what kind of oranges, what kind of oranges are they?" And then he looks at his friend. He's like, in Spanish, he says, "Yo no sé, son pinche naranjas." And in English, it means they're fucking oranges. I don't know.
Gorgeous.
And then he looks at her again. He's like, "Yes."
Okay.
You know you're in like a good food spot when you walk in and they barely speak English. You're like, oh, this food's gonna be the shit.
Yeah, because
Like,
they grew it in their
you know for
backyard.
sure.
Like,
I could go for some tamales
Pretty
right now.
much.
they grew in, and then they show the white people like, and she asked them the same question: "Are these organic?" "Oh yeah, they're GMO free, they're lactose free, they're 5%, they're 5 carbs, like they only have 5 grams of sugar." Like, "Oh, what kind of oranges are?" "Oh, these are half apples, so you get less sugar and more health benefits." And they're explaining all this shit. But I like the
$30.
Spanish one. And like then they show the next scene is where like the cops show up. And they see, "Oh, la policía," they grab everything on the table and run off.
What kind of oranges are they? They are illegal oranges.
They are fucking
They're-
oranges.
They're vitamins. Vitamin oranges. Vitamin
Even
C.
I was confused. I'm like,
ABC.
because even I was like, what? What do you mean the kind of oranges? They're not like mandarin. I know there's a difference between mandarins and tangerines and oranges, but like I didn't know there were different types of oranges.
They all taste the same. Like, I'm pretty sure they all taste the same.
I
They all make great
I
mixer.
prefer my oranges to be crushed and served as a drink during breakfast.
With a side of mimosa.
No, why would I want alcohol with my orange juice?
Why would I want a
Cranberry
mixer
juice.
with my alcohol?
Yeah, you're the one that brought it up.
Get your cranberry juice.
Who drinks straight mixer? Y'all are weird.
My
No,
mom.
you what? There's nothing wrong with drinking orange juice
It's
and
in the
Kool-Aid.
fridge. It's just in the fridge.
Okay,
Chill
sir,
So
out.
is the
there is
alcohol.
nothing wrong with drinking straight up Kool-Aid, okay? You obviously didn't grow up in the hood.
What kind of Kool-Aid? Like, what kind of Kool-Aid are we talking about? We talking about like, if you grew up in the hood, you know, you understand what it's like to watch a kid walk around with a fucking Kool-Aid packet and just eat it straight.
Oh no,
That's
I'm from
what
the
I've
hood.
seen.
I'm from the hood where it was in a gallon thing. It didn't even have like a brand on it. It just said
A plastic pitcher.
it was
with
just a
twisty
plastic
thing.
picture and the flavor name.
We got Kool-Aid, we got grape drink, we got orange soda, we got water. Actually, no, don't use that. We need it later. We got
We
milk.
don't,
It's expired.
when it comes to purple, like the color purple, we don't even say purple anymore. If something is purple, like let's say there's a PlayStation 4 controller, they have one that's color purple, right? We don't say, "Oh look, a purple PlayStation 4 controller." We say, "Oh look, a grape flavored PlayStation 4 controller."
There we go. We got grape drink in the fridge. There you
That's
go.
right. Everything, like, we don't say purple anymore. We say grape flavored. Oh, look. Like, I got some lawn chairs that we take with us. They're grape flavored. And then my friend's like, you mean purple, right? No.
Got some grape
We
chairs.
don't say purple. We say grape flavored. Because I don't know if
What
people
else
realize
is purple?
this. No,
Nothing's
anything.
purple.
Well,
Grape
no,
is purple.
Grapes aren't even purple. They're
Dark
not.
red.
They're red, and they're the green ones that they call white. I don't know why you call them white grapes when they're fucking green.
Because white people like to call things white.
Oh my god, I saw, like, I used to work at Kroger's a long time ago, like in 2013.
Ooh.
And there was this lady, like, got into a racial battle with another lady over fucking grapes. She's
Wait, do
like,
you play
They're
Cards
green.
Against
They're
Humanity?
white.
I've only ever played it like twice in my life.
There's like
I only have
this
half
one...
the expansion.
No, there's like this one card where it's like something about World Star and a titty pops out. So I was in Cub Foods in the hood. Don't know, you may not know what it's like. It's a northern thing. And all of a sudden, like these two like women just start fighting at the counter trying to check out. And like a titty pops out, and I'm like 8, and my mom just like turns me aside and covers my eyes, and like it wasn't until I was like old enough to know, she was like, yeah, titty popped out. They were fighting right in front of the clerk trying to check out, and I'm like just dying, like realizing what the fuck happened. Like the poor kid, like it's the hood, he's just trying to make his check and leave, and they're just like fighting like in front of them. I don't know why. Like probably like using the last food stamps or some shit. I have no idea why, but like it was just glorious. A glorious grocery trip in the hood.
man, no, this was funny. So the race fight with the grapes was this. So we were running low on grapes for the day because it was at night, and so this black lady shows up. She's like, "Do y'all have any more black grapes?" I'm like, I think we're almost out. I think we still have the white ones though. She's like, "Oh, I don't want white grapes. They're so like they're so bitter. They don't taste just as good as the black grapes." And then this white lady's like, she like, I don't know if this was staged or if this was just like perfect timing, but she's like, "Well, maybe if the black grapes weren't so lazy." And then she's like, they would taste a lot. Maybe they would grow and taste a lot better. Well, maybe if the white grapes weren't so hateful. And they're like going back and forth with grapes, and I'm just like,
I just need to restock this.
and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Even the cop that was there with me was just like,
It's too late for this shit. Like,
he had to like
are you
kick
sure
out.
you didn't work at the Cup Foods?
He kicked both of them out.
Leave it to the white lady to make it racist.
Well, the black lady started it.
She might have actually been asking a question about like grapes, and this person wants to barge in with a Karen and say,
You know what? The
"Why
cop
you saying that?"
I don't know. Honestly, it was fucking ridiculous, and the cop kicked out both of them. And the cop was black, and the lady looked at him and said, "Traitor." And I was just like,
Okay, that's just weird.
I was just like,
The
there was
grapes
some-
are just like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the
Like-
fuck? I worked at Kroger's for 2 months before they fired me for not showing up for work for 2 weeks.
Oh god. Oh no.
Everything's a story with you, though.
Shut up, leave me alone. Like this one lady, she wanted to buy like cucumbers, and I'm like, she made it so weird. Like I was like, oh yeah, here are the cucumbers. And then she takes one, and then she like she pretty much just is like, oh, just like I like
How did I
him.
know it was going to be that kind of joke?
And then
God.
she does that, and then she says, oh, just like I like him. And I'm just like staring at her, dead in her soul, dead in her eyes, and I blurt out. I didn't mean to say this out loud, but I did apparently. I said, and just like that, I'm gay. And she got mad. She got so fucking mad. She calls the manager over.
Oh no.
And the manager, she's telling the manager what fucking happened, what I just said. First off, he's like, "Ma'am, you're gonna have to fucking pay for that cucumber." Secondly,
You licked a
she's
cucumber.
he's like, "Okay, ma'am, don't worry, I'll take care of it." So we go to the back, and he just busts out laughing. He's laughing so fucking hard, and he's like, "Why did you say that?" And I was like, "What the fuck did you expect me to say?" Thank you for shopping at Kroger's. Come again. I don't want that bitch back here.
Come again? Really? We're gonna make that joke?
Well, that's
We're
what
gonna
you
make
have to
that
say at
joke now?
Kroger. That's what you have to say at Kroger's.
They would have been even better if you just wouldn't have said
Spell it
what you
out
said
loud.
and said that to her instead.
Dude, as soon as she licked that damn cucumber, I literally said, "And like that, I'm gay."
It works.
Because I think
like
she was
magic.
like hitting on me. I'm pretty sure she was hitting on me. And then I insulted her by saying, "Oh, I'd rather hook up with a man than hook up with you."
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
then she's
get me a
insulting
nice
you.
produce boy today.
And I'm gonna give me a nice produce boy, that Mexican. And then like my manager's like, "Please don't do it again." I was such an asshole. Like one person actually gave me shit for it. Like, "You're such an asshole at Kroger's. Like there are lots of people that would kill to have your job." I'm like, "Good. I don't want the fucking job. I'm only here because my fucking eBay card's getting too filled." I was actually in between jobs at Kroger's, and then I got a better job. So I was like, "I don't want the fucking job. I'm only here because I was kind of forced into it."
No one kills to work at Kroger.
Yeah, no one really does. And like, there was another incident where like this one girl, she was kind of dumb. So we put out, like, I'm not part of the dairy. I was produce, and they asked me a question about dairy. I'm like, "Okay, what's your question?" "Oh, when does the milk expire?" "Well, according to the date, the milk expires in 2 weeks." So that's I'm not gonna give her shit for that. That's like a normal question. "All right, the milk expires in 2 weeks." "All right." Cool. She's like, "Oh, well, is there any way you can like give us a discount because it expires so soon?" I'm like, "Ma'am, it expires in 2
No.
weeks."
No.
It took her like
How
10
long do you keep your milk?
It took her 10 fucking minutes to realize I said 2 weeks. And the mom was like getting on her case, like, "Come on, he said 2 fucking weeks. Let's go."
He's on to us. Let's belt.
There's another one where this lady was eating grapes. She was like, she grabbed one of the bags
Grapes
of grapes.
again?
Yeah, grapes again. She tries some of them, then she spits them back in the bag.
Oh.
I had to call security on her.
Do you work at the worst Kroger in the world?
No, it's just all Krogers are this shitty.
It's hard to believe. Like,
No, trust me,
Kroger's
find someone that works for a Kroger's.
I worked for Albertsons / Tom Thumb.
Kroger's
But
will
I worked
sack.
as a cashier.
The way Kroger's is that they're like that meme where it says, "Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make." That is Kroger's.
That's corporate. It just in general.
That is Kroger's, the store in general.
We had a lot of
honestly, like,
ads
it's-
for Kroger.
No,
That's
Kroger's gets a
kinda weird.
lot of shit, dude. They stopped paying like when they were paying everybody more. Kroger's didn't want to do that at all, and then they were making people back pay like I forgot what it was, but there was an article where they overpaid some people by mistake, and they wanted the people to pay it back.
That's the only shit you see that the government does. Like, why?
I think
Why would a grocery store?
because I have a friend that used to work at Kroger before he finally got out of there, but they're a part of a union.
Yes,
Is that
Okay.
which
unions
means
don't do
they
shit
can-
for you.
that was one of his complaints. But that means that if they ask you to do something that you don't normally do, you don't have to do it. But they
That's what's
can
good about a
just fire
union.
you on the spot. That's why you need strong unions where they'll
The
actually fight
union
for
there
you. not
doesn't
this other
do
crap.
shit for you though.
Yeah.
The union
He eventually,
there
got out
and
of
they
there.
don't even really give you an when I signed up, there were like 5 of us, and the union's like, "Oh, okay, guys, we're a union, so just sign here, sign here, sign here. This is how much we're gonna take out of your check." I'm like, I don't want to join the fucking union.
You got to work here. It's like, screw that, man.
Like no, like they don't tell you. Like they kind of just shoehorned everyone into the union. They didn't give you an option, and you literally do have the option to not join the union. Like at UPS, the union helped me like keep my job because I screwed up like once, twice, or maybe 3 times.
Is that why my
Or 10.
package was dented?
Or 10, yeah, no, 10. But at
I've heard
Kroger's,
the
I
UPS
did not.
stories.
I didn't even want to be there, man. I had some stuff on my Amazon cart that I needed to pay for, and I had a phone bill that I had to cover. So I was like, you know what? I'm only here until I get a better job. And I ended up getting fired anyway for not showing up.
For 2 weeks.
Yes.
You gave them your 2 weeks.
Why did
notice
you
when
just
clocked
scold
out.
me like you're my parents?
I've
2 weeks.
I
Kroger-
hate my job too. So it doesn't
No,
matter.
like one guy walks by me and he's got like a. Damn it. He had one of those wigs that was curly as shit. It was like super black hair. He looked like Little Richard. He walked past me and I'm like, Haba Baluba, I want bamboo. I said that out. I got into so much trouble at Kroger's. One time, I got into trouble for showing up 3 hours late for my shift. My boss was like, man, where the fuck have you been? Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I had to come in at 7 because when I saw the schedule, they still had last week's schedule posted for this week.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, you know what? You're gonna have to stay 3 hours late to make up for your time. I'm like, fuck. I stayed an hour late and then I fucking, hey man, can I make up my time tomorrow? I really don't want to be here right now.
I've been such a little asshole at my job. Like, if it weren't for my bosses, like, being angels and actually giving a shit about my life, I guarantee you I'd be fired. Like, I've messed up so bad on the schedule sometimes, like, accidentally switched days thinking I'm supposed to, like, come in at, like, 11:45 or, like, 3, and I'm supposed to come in at 10:15 before we open to help them. And, like, one of my bosses looked at me, he's like, you should be fired by now. And I looked at him and I was like, please just love me.
Oh yeah,
He's right though. He's all right.
I do.
I'm sure. I'm
I
sure
do
Jesse
have-
can attest that.
I do
you
have
can,
one more story.
Yeah.
I do have one more story that I will share from Kroger's.
I'm all for stories. all
So one day, like me and a couple coworkers were like, okay, we want food today. All right, since I'm gonna go and order everybody, we're gonna make down a list of what everybody wants. So I'm gonna go and pick it up, and then when I come back, I'll clock out for lunch. Like, just cover for me because we don't need anyone finding out that I'm gone. They're like, okay, cool. So the manager, the one that like this manager is really fucking cool. This is the same one that like didn't,
Don't say
like,
that ever again.
Yeah, don't say that ever again. Like, why are you 3 hours late? He's like really fucking cool. So I show up with food.
You are the straw that broke his back.
No. He's like, where the fuck have you been? I went to go get food, and he's pissed, and he is not happy. He's like, dude, what the fuck? You left to go get food. You should have fucking said something. I wanted something from... He was like mad. He's like, I wanted something from McDonald's. I would have paid for y'all's food.
He was pissed because you didn't get him food.
Yeah, he was pissed because I didn't say
He's the
anything to
best.
him. He's like, why didn't you say anything? I wanted the 20-piece McNugget meal. I would have paid for y'all's food. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Gotta say that's your bad. You
That
should have went to
I
him
was
first.
pissed on my...
Man, you fucked up.
Dude, I would...
My bosses are just as
I
cool.
would
Like, they're
steal
amazing.
from Kroger's. Like, if I didn't have money, I'd be in the back eating produce. What are you doing back there, Brasino? Inventory.
My best friends were the bakery guys because they always had like the expired, like the donuts they gotta throw out or the cakes.
Yeah.
Like that's free cake and free donuts. Hell yeah!
Our
Put that shit in the break room.
Our
I'm all
Kroger's
about
was
that.
something else. Our Kroger's was something else.
But you're super young compared to Jesse and I. I'm sure he can attest to this. Do not be loyal to the part-time job you have. They will fire you if they get the chance.
Don't be
So
loyal.
Both
to-
of
they
my
say-
bosses are like my best friends. Literally,
know.
both of my bosses are my best friends. All right, they have covered for me and saved my ass more times than I can absolutely count. Like,
but we're like-
I
we're
love them and
8
appreciate them.
We're like 8 to 10 years older than you. It's like we have the experience saying the corporate themselves will just say, screw this one employee. So if you's like, I want to take this weekend off and they don't do it, you can get another $12, $13 an hour paying job at the drop
Okay,
of
well,
a hat.
like,
Yeah,
thing is,
do us a
work,
favor since
like-
you're so young. Do us a favor. Don't work at fucking GameStop.
I don't even want to look at GameStop as I drive by that shit. I had a 3D Nintendo DS. Like, I had wanted it so bad, and then one day I'm like, you know what? Shit, responsibilities. I need money. Guess what I did? I fucking took it to GameStop.
And they gave you like $20.
They gave me $69 for a brand new
Nice.
3D DS XL.
Was it nice just because it was 69?
Nice because like I made my mistakes.
Jesus, $69. What do you know, the manager?
They give you a
Wait,
good
what?
deal.
No.
You should go back.
I'm surprised they didn't give you $20 like I'd predicted. I worked for GameStop a long time ago, back in 2008.
Jesse would have given you $20.
I would have given you $20.
I
Somebody-
also had 2 games.
Somebody
Pokemon
like,
games.
somebody called and like, oh, I want to sell. This is when the PlayStation 3 was brand fucking new, and this is when it was $600. Somebody called, like, oh, how much credit would we get for our PlayStation 3? Okay, well, you get like 3 something, and they were fucking pissed. That's like half of the amount they actually paid for the console.
What year was this?
2007.
Well, it's used, so 50% is like the best I would think to ever get.
Let me
for
put
that
it to you
thing.
like this, man. The 40 gig. This is when the PlayStation 3 was still backwards compatible. You're like, shit.
It's a good.
That's when the console was
That's not a
$600. That's when the console was $600. They didn't have
I
the
know, but-
DualShock. They didn't have the DualShock 3 controller out yet
Oh, yeah.
because they got
GameStop
sued.
sucks.
Remember? Or they like? Or no, they didn't get sued. It was some stupid fucking reason. Anyways, I worked for like it was my dream in high school to work for GameStop. I loved video games. I loved GameStop. I loved it there. It was my
Do you hate
dream.
your
As
younger
soon as
self?
I started working there, it was a dream killer. Like GameStop is such a shitty job, and apparently it has not changed much. Like you had to get like okay, so there were certain requirements we had to do. We had to get at least 1 subscription and 1 reservation per transaction. And we had not only that, so you had to reserve a game and you had to subscribe for the GameStop card if you didn't have it. If you had it, we had to scan it even if you were buying something brand new because it wouldn't hurt. It would actually leave our numbers alone. It wouldn't hurt our numbers. If we didn't scan it and you have it, it actually hurts our numbers. Not only that, we have to ask you, is there nothing else you want to buy? Because we had to make sure we sold 2 items per transaction. So like every day, and like if you didn't, like they gave you quotas every day. Okay, you got to get like 5 subscriptions and 3 reservations. No, I'm sorry, 5 reservations and 3 subscriptions every day. And if you didn't meet those numbers, then the following week your hours were cut.
Oh, that's just bad. Like, that's just bad.
Out of all the times I shopped at a GameStop, I never did any of those things. So
I know, and we'd be fucking
I did
pissed.
not make them money. It's like, I was not their friend then.
You would probably would have pissed me off. I probably would have called you an asshole as soon as you walked out, dick.
What was that?
I would have said it louder,
Come again?
dick.
All right,
When did
bye,
the
Jess.
Wii come out?
2006.
We bought a brand new Wii, 2006 then, because I remember when it just came out, we bought a brand new Wii.
Said
Yeah, we
bought
never
a
opened the box. We like just messed with our PlayStations. Like we never opened the box. And I think my mom wanted to take it to GameStop. I don't even remember how much it cost. I didn't even buy it, but I remember they for like box never opened. They wanted to give her like the shittiest price possible.
From what I know, they don't buy things that aren't opened. Is one thing I think.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
have-
work there, but
If it's not open, even if it's sealed up, brand new,
Yeah.
they have to
They
open it to test it. That is the policy. So, and the shitty thing is, like, and the coolest thing about GameStop was the coolest thing about working at GameStop was that whenever we got the Wiis, because the Wiis were like a sought out item that was really hard to get. So as soon as we got a shipment in, I'm like, all right, I need one. Like, I held one in the bag and I called my mom, hey, come pick it up. Come pick it up today. I'm going to like let everybody know we don't have any more.
I literally have one propping up my laptop right now.
And GameStop GameStop had this policy for the customer, no, for the employees. Like, let's say there's a game we would like to play. as long as it's not like a new release, we could check out a game, like a library. If it's a used game, we had 5 days to bring it back. If it's a new game, we had to take out the gutted, the empty case copy one, and we have to bring it back in 2 days.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but there was so much shit that they made you do. Okay, as a game advisor, your job is to clean up the store, alphabetize the games, fix all the displays, put everything back. I got to do all that shit.
And meet your quota.
And get paid minimum wage. They paid me $7.11 an hour.
Oh,
and and they gave me more because I was bilingual.
How so
That is
it's the
bad.
11 cents? They gave you 11 cents more?
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
And then I became a manager. Not the manager of the store, but I became like one of the managers. And I started making like $7.50. I was like, gee, and they made me pick between GameStop, working full time there, and college, and I said, fuck that.
That is like.
Do you regret
dude,
that
That
choice?
is trash.
No, I don't fucking regret that at all, because I ended up quitting and not coming back. I ended up working for a hotel making $9 an hour plus tip. So I was like, holy shit, I could actually afford stuff now.
Out of all like the horror stories of jobs I've heard, like that at this point has been like the worst.
Oh, it
Like,
gets
that-
way
like,
worse.
That
It
is
gets so
is
much worse.
so shitty.
I would
That
like a
has to be worse.
podcast of just bad work experience. Like,
That's what we'll do
get a guest
tomorrow.
on and
We'll,
say,
we'll do that tomorrow.
this job sucked.
We'll do that tomorrow. Bad, shitty jobs. We'll call it shitty jobs.
Get on it, as many people as you can. They rattle off one story. The next person goes one story. Because I'm working at one.
Oh,
I had a
no,
bad one
trust me.
today.
I got lots of them. I got more. I've worked
every
10
job you
Dude,
got.
because like I couldn't I have my average at staying at a job is like a year. If I
I've only
lasted
worked at, like,
more than
5
a year
jobs,
at
they're
a
all
job,
taken out.
it was a good job. Like I was a security guard and I got my lunch. I got robbed, dude, by a fucking
No.
raccoon. By a fucking raccoon. And my boss is like, "Go get rid of that raccoon." I'm like, "Fuck no! You see how big that thing
What are you
is?
gonna do?
He took my
Dude,
money
go
just like
fight
that porta
him.
potty. That porta potty robbed me.
you
The
pause
fucking
up.
That
raccoon did.
raccoon is gonna. It already took my lunch. It's gonna mug the shit out of me and take my wallet.
I can't even identify him. He
It's
had a
got
mask
kids
on.
too.
Like, look at
He's
him.
got a
You can tell
family to feed.
you could tell the raccoon's a fucking thief. He's got the little burglar mask around his eyes.
I'm gonna call him Rocket.
This was before
Oh,
Guardians
no.
of the Galaxy. This was before that.
Like he's the same way though. He just like moved to a different fucking planet, became sentient,
And a burglar.
and a burglar with a
It's
tree.
hard times. Ever since the Guardians broke up, he's been on hard times.
Man, even Uber was such a shitty job.
I would think so.
It
I would
drove
literally
you to
think so.
drinking. Literally, you
It
could
did.
just drive to wherever you
Like,
wanted
I
to
pick
drink.
up this one girl who's like 22, about your age.
22.
Oh, thanks.
drunk
About.
It was.
Well, because
it
she's
was
older
her.
now.
It was them.
No, because she's older now. This was like a year ago.
Was it in Arizona?
No, it was here in
Okay.
Texas.
I'm just
so it
trying
makes
to-
it
I'm
worse.
Was
just
there a
trying to
mango?
I'm making dumb stories here.
She was some
Is there a
blonde
mango
girl.
involved?
I pick her up from a house party in the hood, and she's drunk in the back seat. She's like talking mad shit to me, asking me personal questions like, am I in a relationship? Am I a virgin? I'm like, oh, and I'm trying not to answer her, and she's insulting
Saying
the shit out of
Spanish.
me. And I'm trying to be like a good driver and just like make sure she gets home safe. Then the bitch gives me a 1-star review. I'm like, you fucking bitch.
He didn't even show me his penis.
No, it wasn't like that.
Rude.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
And you know what? That
Even
happens
color.
sometimes.
Well,
Sometimes you'll get a passenger that will like hit on you and get handsy. I'm like, just because you didn't get lucky at
Oh,
the bar
no.
or club doesn't mean you're gonna get lucky in an Uber.
Desperation.
have standards, damn it.
I know, right? It's like people use Uber
Let me-
as a dating app.
Let me see you put that 5-star rating, and then we'll talk.
They're like, oh my god, we should date. You have a job and a car. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
That's 2 things.
Dude, I do Postmates, and like it's a dream apart from when you get the most shitty, frustrating complexes where people They're like, all right, my apartment number is 2055. You got a building number at all by chance? And like,
Hey.
oh no, it's in the back. It's in the back. And like, oh okay. Like they literally give you the most cryptic possible instructions possible. Like it's fucking awful.
Y'all gotta look at the comment.
Once our driver didn't even try to have sex with me, I'm a goddamn catch.
One thing I will say though, I did Uber Eats for a little bit, because while I was doing Uber, I'm like, you know what, might as well do Uber Eats, because Uber will be like, hey, we noticed it's slow, sign up, do some Uber Eats to gain more business. They were always shoving Uber Eats in everybody's faces, like Uber Eats. Like nobody wants to fucking do Uber Eats. Stop. I try it one time, so I'm on like, I get a pickup at a Denny's. It's 7 miles away. It's
not a good start.
Fucking miles away.
Denny's
So,
is
like,
not a good start
I'm
to
like,
the story.
okay, whatever. I'll go to pick up their fucking food and I'll take it to them. So I
deliver this grand
the
slam.
Denny's is fucking 7 miles away. It takes me a while to get there. Like, I want to say 15, 20 minutes because I was speeding really fast.
Damn, that's bad.
He doesn't work there anymore. Doesn't matter.
So I get to the Denny's. I'm like, all right, hey, what's up, man? Uber Eats pickup and I'm looking at my phone for this person. I don't know. He's like, all right, cool. He brings me, all right, first thing he brings me is 2 drinks. All right, cool. All right, here you go. All right. So I'm like waiting. Hey, man, where's the rest?
Where's the rest of it?
He's like, no, that's it. What? No, there's more, right? This is just, you just gave me the drinks. Yeah, I know, and that's all they ordered. Are you fucking serious? So okay, maybe I'll get a good,
Probably
maybe
not.
I'm like, okay, hopefully I'll get. So I take the drinks. All right, let's see how far away this person is. So now I have to click on the app, lets me know that I picked up their order. Now it tells me where I'm taking it. It's half a fucking mile away.
It's down the street.
It's down the fucking street. So, okay, I take it to their apartment complex. The guy meets me outside. He's like, thanks. And he goes inside his complex. All right, cool. He didn't tip me.
1 star.
He didn't give me a fucking rating, and I only made $3 fucking dollars. I was pissed. I was like, nope, fuck Uber Eats.
So like with Postmates, if they send you out a card, so you can go to restaurants and order for the person, and then you can it's a list, you check it off, and you just give them your card, and it's like you're all good. So I get this order, and I show up at Taco Bell, and I go to order, and it's 6 Minute Maid orange juices, and that's it. That was fucking it. So I order it, and I'm like looking, and they hand me like these little bottles of orange juice, and I'm like, who the fuck ordered this? It's like 1 a.m, and I'm like, they gotta be high. There's no way they are not. So I roll up, and this dude in a baggy sweater comes up, and he's like, hey. I'm like, oh fuck. He's like, I don't even know how many I ordered, dude. I'm like, you ordered 6. You ordered 6, and he's like, oh okay. He's like, oh shit, I don't have anything to put them in. He's like, I got pockets, and I'm like handing him the bottles, and he's shoving them in the pockets, and they're fitting, and I'm like, holy shit.
He's high as fuck.
He's like, dang.
He was
literally, he's like, he's literally gone. He's just like a gopher, just shoving orange juices in his pockets, and he just walks away.
I can tell,
my God,
one of our listeners, Black Sonic, does Uber Eats. I can agree with him that apartments are the vein of of Uber Eats, doesn't matter. Apartments are the fucking worst. These people were so fucking high, they ordered a shit ton of McDonald's. And people screw up when they order the app. Someone from Arizona ordered McDonald's here in Houston, Texas. And I'm like, okay, it says to bring it to the guy's like, hey, we messed up. I'm like, we got the wrong address, because he told me to take it to a hotel. All right, what's your address? And he gives me the address. Did you say Arizona? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you realize I'm in Texas, right?
I'll be there in 2 days.
He's like, oh. Yeah, I'm not bringing it to you. You need to cancel.
Why not?
But I already had the food, so I called the Uber. Let me call you back. So I call Uber, okay, well, tell you what, take it to the address that's on there, wait 5 minutes, and then cancel. And then you can dispose of the food however you want. Okay, cool. I get to the location. I waited 60 seconds. Then I canceled. It already charged them. I already got paid for it. And then I had free food. I didn't eat the food, though. It was McDonald's breakfast.
That's what happened to me last night. That's why I was in a parking lot eating Taco Bell, because for some reason, I don't know what address they put in, but they ordered just a ton of Taco Bell. And, like, I was hungry. I was going to go home anyway, and
that's not what you told us earlier.
So,
that is not what you told us earlier. You made it
You
sound
said this
like
was a sad
this
moment.
This is what you described it as in the car.
It was a sad moment in my life. I was in a gas station parking lot eating Taco Bell after Postmates.
Like, I have to rethink
I
my
got free
life.
food.
I'm eating Taco Bell in my car in a parking lot.
Let's reskin. We're gonna reskin this. You got free food. You were up in the middle of the night. You just eating it with no one bothering you. That
sounds like a great night to me.
Like, we're old people. This is what we dream of. We
like,
go out and say we're going
told
somewhere.
Us that you drove there and ordered food and ate it in the parking lot, then I would have been like, yeah, that's kind of sad. But you got it. You were working and you got it for free because the person was too dumb to put their address.
I spent 30 minutes looking for these people, though. Like, that was the depressing
and you
part.
got a free chalupa out of it. I see it as a win.
They ordered, like, an entire box, like a chalupa box, and then a gordita crunch, and then, like, all the shit they ordered a freeze. And
I feel like the Hulk here. I'm like, absolute win.
This would have cost you $13, but in 30 minutes...
It cost me 14 exactly. Well, them 14 exactly.
But it took you 30 minutes, so that's essentially like $24 an hour you just saved.
Fuck, man, you got a free meal.
Hell yeah.
You got to see some sights.
That's like a night at Chili's.
Oh no! Hi, welcome to Chili's.
What is up with what is up with all of my white friends loving Chili's?
Because there's only one. We have one major restaurant in my town, and it is a fucking Chili's.
Don't you live in Dallas?
I say Dallas because no one knows where the fuck Wiley is.
Oh, Wiley? Oh, that's bumfuck nowhere.
It's a Denny's town. Not a
I've heard it.
We don't have a
Why the fuck is there a Denny's everywhere? Like, there's a Denny's in the middle of fucking nowhere in Texas. You drive by nothing but farm and trees and Denny's.
That happened when I was passing through Texas. It was a Denny's gas station that we passed by. It wasn't a normal Denny's. It was a Denny's inside a gas station.
I've seen one of those. You know what I've seen that is like rare? A 24-hour Subway. We
have one like up in the hood here. Like, I didn't know it existed until I picked up from there.
Here's the shitty thing. We're so bad for this. We traveled to Louisiana. We drove 4 hours because they have an all-you-can-eat Popeyes buffet.
Oh no!
What city?
Louisiana.
What town? What town?
I
forgot, but you have to look it up. There's only the last time we went, we found out there were only 4 left in the entire world, and they're all in Louisiana.
Where have you did you know where you passed? Because my partner is
we passed
from
Lake
Louisiana.
Charles. I know we passed Lake Charles. I know.
You went from Houston over?
Yeah, we went from Houston. We
Lafayette.
took I-10 all the way. I think it was near Lafayette.
Yeah, there's a lot of Popeyes in fucking Louisiana.
Yeah, no, there's
like
a lot,
Mecca.
but there's only 4 buffets.
I think the last Pizza Hut buffet was in Louisiana as well. They love buffets down there.
There's still the dine-in pizza Huts in Houston. There are still dine-in pizza Huts in Houston, but not the buffets.
So I'm gonna move because you have a dine-in Pizza Hut.
And I know exactly where it is too.
Oh, no.
For those of you that watch this at a later time, there's a dine-in Pizza Hut on Chimney Rock, taking 59 South in Houston, Texas, past downtown. It is, like I said, Chimney Rock, 59 going southbound. Or if you're going northbound on 59, it is still Chimney Rock. It is right there. You turn, I don't know, just figure it out. You got fucking cell phones.
So my partner is from Lafourche Parish. It's like super south of Baton Rouge. It's Highway 1. And they have a building that used to be their Pizza Hut. It's now something else. And you can distinctly see that this was a pizza at some point. They have the stupid arc thing where it's obviously was a building of something else.
A fucking Whataburger?
No, you don't know what the Pizza Hut building looks like? They have the angle and it goes straight up.
Dude, I don't know what I had for lunch.
But they had a like a dine-in Pizza Hut down there, and they turned it into something else. Every time I drive down there, I was like, this was a Pizza Hut, obviously, because the angle.
By the way,
of this
we
building.
said we were gonna.
This was once a pizza.
I like
30
how-
minutes ago, we were going to stop.
No, we were gonna stop 45 minutes ago.
Oh God, jeez!
Damn it.
I should have noticed when the sun set on her background and
Yeah, it got
for a light.
You could tell. You could
It
tell.
got
Like,
dark in
chilling in the
Arizona. We're
sunset.
2 hours behind.
chilling in the sunset, just gorgeous sunsets
Yeah, the
all around.
podcast
talking
is almost.
about fucking Pizza
It's
Hut.
almost 3 hours of us just talking.
This is just us. Screw the crap.
This is literally the podcast. This is. Hey, want to be on the podcast? What do y'all do? We talk.
We
We
talk,
just
Fucking
fucking.
talk.
So what's today's
talk.
subject? Does it fucking matter anymore?
we don't remember.
Shitty jobs and Pizza
I've got
Hut.
We're gonna do.
I've got a
no,
couple of friends that are in
is-
Arizona now, and I know whether your freaking time zone is crazy over there because you don't believe in daylight savings.
What?
We don't believe in a lot of things.
They don't do daylight savings over there.
Yeah, you can't
It's
be
crazy.
you can't be Mexican and go through Arizona. You have to go around.
Just to keep your clock up
That's so
to
not
date.
fair. Hey, that's so not fair.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious because they even pulled over Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. And they
Oh,
searched his
yeah.
bus. They even searched him, and people are honking and yelling, "You got the wrong guy. He's American." If they're willing to pull him over, I'm not taking the risk.
Cops are being very careful about pulling people over that are even slightly dark right now, okay? You're good.
Not in Texas. They'll pull anybody over.
God.
Whew.
Sir, do you know
I
how
don't drive
fast
at
you're
night.
going? I don't know. I'm walking.
7
It's the
miles
cops
an
with
hour.
the big teeth, too. Just the big teeth. Hi, you know how fast you're going, boy?
Oh, we don't have those.
Your
here.
mustache is
We don't have
awfully
those.
dark.
We don't. We okay. So Texas is so big, it could be its own country. We have two Texas. We
It is
have
its own country.
this side of Texas that's more like modern and more urban. It's like, what's up, yo? How's it going?
There's a north, south,
Why you
east, and
tripping?
west of
and
Texas.
then you got like the part of Texas, like El Paso, that's really close to New Mexico and Arizona. That's the yeehaw part of
Oh,
Texas.
no. Oh, God.
You can base it on like a graph based on
I
how
don't know,
tall
like,
the
I-
tallest
if-
building is.
If any of your Arizonan friends watch this, no, we do not ride fucking horses on the freeway. No, we do not have barbecue for every meal.
Honestly, that's
It's
back in
expensive.
Minnesota what we would do. Like,
And-
that's
no.
honestly what we'd see
If
that
you
shit.
wear a cowboy hat here, people will still kind of stare like, what the fuck is he wearing a cowboy hat for?
I was in Texas for a little bit, honestly. We did a road trip. We went through Louisiana, Kansas. We went through
Those are my
Texas.
2 states.
We went through just a kind of a little
You-
path of
You
Texas.
ignored
we stayed there for a night.
Oklahoma.
Everybody ignores
This is-
Oklahoma. Oklahoma ignores Oklahoma.
They don't like to talk about it.
Oklahoma is literally filler of the United States. If the United States were an anime, Oklahoma's filler.
It's the Oklahoma filler arc.
Nobody goes
Hashtag.
there.
Yeah, like,
Nobody
The-
goes there.
like,
that's where
no
the robot
offense,
Naruto's
It's like,
at.
no offense, but Arizona's like a spin-off.
Just that little thing on the side. What's going on? Honestly, if it were in the Naruto series, it'd be Boruto. Anything going on?
Arizona
No,
is the
no,
Boruto.
Arizona would be that Rock Lee special they came out with a few episodes.
No, don't do
Oh,
that
hell
to
yeah.
us.
I love me some rock.
Why you gotta do?
Hey, look, it's either that or you get the Oklahoma treatment where it's filler.
Okay, to be fair, we're not
You can
like
get-
we're almost filler though. Like we're almost
You
filler.
can get 1 episode or a whole filler arc. What's your option?
You know, I'll take the episode. We can be drunk
You-
Lee sometimes. How about
Canon or filler. Those are the options here.
We're gonna do hopefully we're gonna do a drunk cast.
that? Oh no.
So do I start drinking like 2 hours beforehand or what?
No, we're gonna start drinking right when it starts, and then we'll see how it progresses.
Just see where it goes.
Yes. All right, we're definitely
I a
gonna end it
joke
there
to
because
you?
it is 10 o'clock. Yes, you are.
Literally. And it's
Yeah.
what 8? Yeah, here. Oh god.
That
Yeah,
should
you're
be
2
right.
hours
There's
behind.
more episodes than I thought it would have. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. It was a slow, but it was a chill podcast. Thank you for being on here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Definitely,
was
you
fun.
are
Cool.
more, like we said to Lauren yesterday. Definitely, we are extending an invitation to you to be on here once again. Like, you can even fill in for one of the co-hosts to drop out. As you can tell, all of our co-hosts are not here.
Obviously. Everybody's a co-host right now. There we go. My dog can be the co-host. How about that?
Yeah, the dog
Hell
will probably
yeah.
be more entertaining. All right, guys. If you watch this at a later time, make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Please, please, please follow us on Instagram. I'm going to start posting more on Instagram. You can follow Sole Cos at. We'll put a link in the description later on. I forgot to do that before we started, but we'll take care of that. Definitely tomorrow. Our subject. We have another cosplay guest for tomorrow. We have another cosplay guest for Monday and Tuesday as well, and we're going to do other. We have other projects on the works. Our all-girl podcast is starting soon. It's supposed to start in July, so just keep an eye out for that. We are going to start working on production for that next week. We don't know if it's going to be pre-recorded or live, but the way things are going in Texas, it might just be live for a while, and then we'll do it pre-recorded in case everyone starts going back to work. You can follow us on Geeks Forever at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Don't follow us anymore on Mixer. Mixer is getting shut down, for those of you that didn't know. We are going to do a very special podcast with a very special friend of mine. Sole Cos, you are more than welcome to join. It is about racism in the cosplay community. He got some really negative comments about his Captain America cosplay. He is a semi-famous cosplayer who cosplays Captain America. He's also he's black. He cosplayed as a black version of Captain America and got a lot of shit for it. I felt really bad because the community was being really shitty, but there were members of the community defending him. But it's really bad to hear something about that, especially he's a good friend of mine, so I really respect him and I like his cosplays a lot. So we're gonna definitely do something with him that's pre-recorded, because he has to kind of do it in person. He can't do it over Skype or Facebook, so we'll see when that happens. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I am King Mexico, and I'm saying peace.